Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Signals of the Lost. I'm super excited as tonight is our finale, which is crazy to think about. The month has gone so quickly.
Is it really already the end of October? Like, are we really getting there? That's wild.
For real.
I'm cool to prolong October just a little bit longer.
Yeah, it can always be spooky season.
Petition for October 2.
Electric Boogaloo. All right. How are we feeling tonight, players? Are we excited?
We're totally not gonna die.
It'll be fine.
At least
I've
not
accepted my
horribly.
fate.
Jennifer's gonna be the final girl. It's gonna be great. So if you're not sure why we're here, Signals of the Lost is a production of Nerdsmith. We are a live streaming and podcast network, and you can find out more about us at nerdsmith.org. If you enjoy what you see tonight, you can support us by becoming a member of our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/nerdsmith to get access to Patreon exclusive content and peeks and sneaks behind the scenes. Whoa. Before we get started, I do want to give a quick shout out to some of our sponsors who support us and help us do what we need to do to bring this lovely content to you guys every single week. A big thank you to World ANVIL, which is the most robust world building and campaign management tool on the internet. It has super awesome features for building your world through articles, maps, timelines, relationships, random tables, and so much more. Whether you're creating prose, an RPG campaign, or other fiction project, World ANVIL is free to use and has incredible customization features if you choose to become one of their guild members. Use the link in the chat and you can check out Nerdsmith's homebrew world of Veil to see what is possible with a guild membership. In addition to, Nerdsmith is also a proud dice affiliate of Die Hard Dice, who create beautiful metal and polymer sets and accessories. dieharddice.com/nerdsmith, or the use of the coupon code Nerdsmith. You can use that to get 10% off your entire purchase. Our players are showing off some awesome dice in the channel, specifically our Forge dice, our Nerdsmith Forge Fire dice, which is super awesome. Thank you guys so much for supporting us in that. But if you do order with that link, be sure to let Castle Die Hard know that we sent you, and they might throw in an extra gift or two into your delivery. With that being said, for tonight, we are going to be giving away 2 sets of dice. The first being the Vanguard D6 pack, specifically called the Nocturne and Viridian, which is a set of, I believe it's like 30 something D6s. Quite a few, yeah. And they're this beautiful green color, so definitely it's 45 in total, which is super awesome. The second is the Alicia Cosmos Deimos 7-piece set, which is this like more red pink glitter color, so they kind of give the semblance of blood to fit the theme for tonight. If you want either one of those, type gimme into the chat at any time during the stream and you'll be entered to win. The winner will be announced at the end of the show, so stay tuned and good luck. Last but certainly not least, we are also affiliates of Hero Forge, one of the coolest online character creators where you can design and print your own custom minis. Make your hero today with an ever-growing catalog of clothing, armor, face customization, animal companions, and more. And consider subscribing to Hero Forge Pro with early access to new features, creating your own custom paint colors, organizing your creations into folders, and the creator library, which gives you access to thousands of miniatures made by insanely talented community members of the pro users. You can get your custom heroes printed in the high quality metal, polymer, download 3D files to your Hero Forge, which are, I believe they're pretty compatible with VTT. So also use that. You can support Nerdsmith by using our affiliate link in the chat when you sign up to become a Hero Forge Pro subscriber, or when you purchase your 3D or 2D custom minis today. So, without further ado, Signals of the Lost is using the Outbreak Undead system by Hunters Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's super, super awesome. It is a D100 system using percentiles as well as using D6s in order to calculate damage, speed, and all that different stuff. You in the audience and chat can support our show and tip the scales of luck, no pun intended, as you see fit by tipping us on Streamlabs, where you can find the link in chat by typing !tip into the chat. Tipping $5 gives me, the GM, a point of risk, which I can use to create danger or complications for our players. Tipping $10 gives the party 10 points to add to their pool of survival points, which allows them to take items that they may find on their journey and help them survive in their adventure. And finally, tipping $15 gives them a degree of success, which affects how well their skill checks go when they are facing challenges. That also helps mitigate risk for me. So if you want to help the players, make sure you do that in the chat.
Look
But
at how cute we are. You want to help us?
Please?
Without further ado, we will begin with Signals of the Lost. Dun, 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 dun.
What?
Welcome back to Signals of the Lost. Previously, our survivors, Chelsea, Jennifer, Kirk, and Rowan, headed into the city of Montrose to recover a pair of glasses for Rowan, but were met with a bit more than they could handle as Chelsea was bitten. I'm sorry, I couldn't help the joke.
No, she was disarmed. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh,
Acting quickly.
too soon.
No, it's not.
Acting quickly, the group managed to chop off the limb of Chelsea in hopes to save her from the infection. Turning their sights on hurrying back to Silverton, the group headed to their car only to be stopped by the sound of a shotgun cocking. Turning around slowly, Kirk, you were both shocked and overjoyed to see your little sister, the two of you embracing happily, just excited to be together again after 3 long years. You, Jennifer, had a slightly different experience with seeing your pal and rival Caitlin O'Penn.
My foil.
They were narrative foils. Oh my god. You all pile into the car and Courtney drives you back. You guys pulling Katie and Caitlin along with you. They're following, Caitlin had explained to you that their car broke down and they were kind of stuck just trying to figure out what to do. So for the time being, they are all jam-packed in the car with you. It is a very tight squeeze. Who's in the passenger seat?
Could Rowan be?
You're the tallest.
Yes.
Makes sense.
They also don't want to be squished by a bunch of people, so they're like, okay, front seat.
I am behind the driver.
Whoever's the shortest is definitely gonna have to be behind Rowan. They need leg space.
They're Caitlin is sitting next to you specifically, Jennifer, and there definitely, if you guys couldn't tell, there definitely is just like a little bit of tension in the car.
I'm harumphing.
Yeah.
Sexual tension.
Chelsea,
Wouldn't you like to know, Weatherman?
Chelsea, you're still kind of nursing your wound a little bit, and Katie is just talking your ear off, Kirk, just checking in on how you've been, what's been going on, how the fuck did you survive, anything and everything.
Yeah, I mean, he is gonna, whatever tension is going on over there, Kirk does not notice, because just enveloped in finding his sister. He talks about obelisk is what it's called, right?
Yep.
Okay. I always want to call it, I don't know what I'm thinking of now because it left my mind, but I wanted to call it something else that started with an O. But yeah, so he talks about obelisk and how they're getting the power back on.
Wait, you guys
and-
have power?
Well, not yet, but we're getting there. I'm helping. But I'd say we're pretty close.
It's been slow progress, but we've been getting there.
Like, how close? Like, is the thermostat gonna work again? Because, like, it's been so cold. So cold.
I would assume Kirk would know how close we are to finishing the.
You're close. You, with your personal project, you have everything you need now. You could probably finish that within the next day or two. However, with the power, that's probably another few weeks out in totality. But you guys are almost there. It's just a lot of rewiring and making sure that generators have what they need in order to be powered, and get everything hooked up. You found a how-to generators in the mailbox somewhere.
I understood that reference.
It's a Project Zomboid reference for those who haven't played, which I highly recommend.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored, but highly recommend. Yeah, Kirk is just going to mention that, like, it's probably a couple weeks along, but hopefully, yeah, the thermostat will work, and we'll have heat, we'll have, have everything. Maybe not to the same extent as before, but better than nothing.
Katie kind of just has this look of awe on her face a little bit, of just, wow, my older brother's awesome.
He's so cool.
She does look around to the rest of you guys, and at one point, Chelsea, there's just silence amongst the cars you guys are driving, and she just goes, were you okay?
No.
Oh,
No, not okay, but I will be.
okay.
To go out on a limb, I think I'll be better than okay soon here.
Boo.
Oh, and her eyes kind of fall to your hand, or rather lack thereof. And she just goes, and she reaches into her pocket, Chelsea, and you see her pull out something. It's like rectangular, and she hands it over to you. Do you take it?
Yeah, with my remaining arm, yes, I do.
So just a handover.
Oh, God.
I feel like
How many more hours of this finale do we got?
Look, eventually I'll be stumped.
Oh my God.
Hand it over to you, Chelsea, and you now have a bar of chocolate.
A bar of chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
And
yo, that's a hot commodity.
I was saving it, but I think that you might need it more.
Chelsea just breaks up a little bit and she's like, thank you, and passes the rest of the bar back to her.
Oh, no. It's okay.
I'm
I'll
sure
go ahead.
everybody could use a little bit of chocolate right now.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. We should share it. And she kind of helps you to break it and pass it around. Jennifer, it is awkward as fuck
Yeah.
between you and Caitlin. You guys are like kind of sitting next to each other, so your eyes are straight forward, but every so often there's just a glance to the side. And I would say probably about 20 to 30 minutes passes before Caitlin finally speaks up. She says, "You know, I'm shocked to see that you survived this long."
Yeah, why's that?
Well, I mean, you know.
No, I don't. Tell me, enlighten me. No?
I mean, you were always the better one. I'm sorry, determined one between the two of us. So it makes sense.
So why does that surprise you?
Well, I guess I just didn't expect it from you.
Well, one might
No
say
offense.
the same. No offense.
and they have that just like little like fuck you chuckle. But yeah, no, there is just an awkwardness after that little conversation. Like there's no more talking after that from her unless you initiate it.
Nope.
But she's just gently spinning the lug wrench in her hand. Yeah. You guys
You planning to use that or something? I ask after some time.
Sorry. I have already. Actually does pretty good damage. You should try something like this.
I have something a little bit better.
Oh, and what's that?
It's none of your business.
A fucking... Kirk doesn't say this, obviously, but a fucking shotgun.
I mean, if you and me were on the same wavelength.
If we're going to be working together, Jennifer, we should know what each other's assets are.
And who says we are working together?
We're in the same car together.
I was going to say
Yeah,
that.
so what?
Well...
That means I'm supposed to trust you all of a sudden?
I didn't say you had to trust me.
Well, then I won't tell you anything.
Oh my god.
You are as irritating as you were 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, so are you. Maybe you'll find out once we get back.
She kind of just like, she continues to kind of turn the lug wrench, and she does this thing where she's like kind of hitting it on her hand, and purposefully accidentally kind of swings it a little far one time where it does smack you a little bit, not enough.
I'm going to try to catch it.
Okay.
And grab it from her.
All right.
I love this mean girl shit. I love it.
Oh God. Okay, hold on.
You take the girls away from college, but you can't take the college out of the girls.
Make a grapple check.
Grapple. Hey, yo. 3 degrees of failure.
Oh no.
You lose a finger.
Hey, someone else is joining the lost a digit.
You go to like grab it, and like it's just coming a smidge too fast, and it just whacks you on your knuckles.
Sound like a chihuahua trying to arf or something. I don't know.
Be careful.
Stop doing that.
Rowan in the front seat is just like, oh my fucking god, I thought it was bad when we had to only deal with them on occasion in college. Now it's an hour and a half in a car. That's just kind of their expression.
Just keep your hands in your lap, Jennifer.
Just keep your fucking wrench on your person.
Oh my god, would you both shut the fuck up? And
Gladly. And I just look out the window.
Chelsea nervously hums 22 by Taylor Swift.
Every time.
I would say you and Courtney definitely had the same idea, Chelsea, as you see her hand just methodically go to the radio to click it on, knowing full well there's going to be nothing but static, and just like slowly takes it away as they start to quiet down between the two of them. And you guys continue on unless anybody else has anything they want to add.
I'll just say this: fuck you for doing that joke as soon as I took a big gulp of coffee because I almost choked on it.
I take no responsibility for my action.
Chelsea, Katie starts to hum 22 along with you a little bit at some point. It's very cute. You guys pull in to Silverton, managing to kind of weave around the cars. You guys wave up to Jared, who is currently doing watch, and he whistles, and there's just a giant parting, loud kind of grinding parting of the gates as you guys roll through, and then they shut once more, and Courtney drives you back to her shop and parks the car. Well, I'd say it's been fun, but
we should probably take Chelsea to the infirmary now, just to make sure she's okay.
Yeah. Chelsea,
I'll go.
go ahead and just make a roll for me and tell me what it is.
Ooh.
Did you get infected, yes or no?
Fuck! No! Shit!
I mean, we amputated. I should.
I mean,
hold on.
besides the phantom feeling.
A
of
phantom
having-
zombie arm.
Just a straight percentile roll.
What'd you roll?
95.
Hey.
I don't know what that means.
I'll
You were 95 infected.
I will message you what that means.
You gain
Oh.
95 gold pieces. No.
95
Ooh.
survival points.
Ooh.
Hey!
That would be nice.
Chelsea comes out just like one woman.
95 zombies attack the base.
Oh no.
No. No, I think Rowan would offer to, stick with Chelsea because Rowan, like, if we need to report this to Orion as well, Rowan's probably one of the, I say best, but definitely a person. They're thinking like I should probably help explain this to Orion and why I did what I did because she
Sure.
told me to.
Sure. You guys head to the medical clinic, I assume is where you're heading to. Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys head in there, and it is currently, I was going to say the lights are off, but there is no power. It's currently dark inside. There's no like lantern or anything like that or any candles lit inside. Are you guys kind of moving as a cohesive unit?
Sure,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
We are.
We probably need to get the other two checked up too, since they're going to be here now.
Sure. Yeah. You can check them in with Janelle later, the sweet lady that you guys met at lunch from North Dakota. Or sorry, Minnesota.
I was
one
going
of
to
the
say, I
two.
thought it was Minnesota.
North Dakota?
It's
Minnesota?
Same thing.
Same
so-
difference.
You guys head into the Chelsea, you have a set of keys that you use to unlock the door.
Can someone give me a hand with this? It's hard.
I gotcha. Rowan.
Did you research like hand puns before this show, like just so you
I-
could be ready?
I did, but that one was on the fly. That one, just offhandedly.
I will assist. I'll help with the key and the door and everything like that.
So you give her a hand and you go inside.
Mhm.
And you unlock the door, and you don't see anybody inside currently, but you have access to the medical supplies should you need them. Chelsea, what would you like to do?
Just use the medical supplies and
Okay.
heal herself the fuck up. I
Alright.
don't remember how many injuries I had, but it wasn't.
Is
Well,
anybody
the whole arm is gone. In case you were
I knew
wondering.
Well, not the
Something was
whole
off.
thing, right?
Knew
It's just
something
like
was
the
off. I just
forearm.
couldn't put my finger on it. Something was weird.
Oh.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it was the left arm right above the elbow that I cut off.
Yeah.
Correct.
We kind of cauterized it. It was not a perfect cauterization, but it's imperfect.
Yeah, it's definitely
It was such a rush job.
It's red around the edges, Chelsea, which is definitely the beginnings of infection, considering you had to use the edge of a blade that you had just fought zombies with. So it's not great. So you put together, with the help of the others, you can roll a first aid check if you'd like to. But with the help of the others, if anybody would like to use their volunteer skill, you may.
Hell
don't
yeah,
have
brother.
Oh.
I am unable.
I'm making a first aid check, yeah.
He cannot afford.
What exactly do I roll for that again if I'm doing volunteer?
Go ahead and roll first aid as well, and then you can add whatever degrees of successes that you get to Chelsea's roll.
Okay.
5 of success.
Shit.
5 exactly. I have a 69 in first aid. I rolled a 19.
Nice.
Hey, nice.
Do I even need to roll then?
You don't need to.
Okay. Never mind.
Does that
I
mean
mean,
we also
survival
get 5
point?
survival points?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you guys will get 5 on top of that currently.
Oh.
So we have 7
Let's
now.
go.
Let's go. So you are able to put together, you're able to put together a small stash of things in order to rewrap your wound. You don't recauterize the wound, but you are able to apply some medicine to the edges of it, in order to help stop the infection that is currently starting to brew, and everything like that. But you're able to wrap it up all nicely, and it looks good. At some point, you call somebody over, it doesn't matter who, to tie off the edge of your coat, in order to make sure that you're nice
Stay
and
warm.
yeah, nice and warm and everything like that. But yeah, good job. You successfully fix your arm.
Sorry again about how messy it got.
Not your fault that you didn't have, a whole tray of surgeon's tools on hand. Not gonna fault you for that.
Yeah. Well, it had something, but it's still sloppy.
What matters is it's done.
Yeah. So, you're gonna have to start practicing how to use just the one hand.
It's my dominant hand, so at least there's that.
There is that.
Kirk is gonna leave this awkward conversation. He's
This
just
is
gonna
the
go.
best y'all are gonna get from Rowan in terms of empathy.
Oh yeah, no. Kirk's just like, okay, yeah, Katie, let's, Katie and Caitlin, let's go get you checked in.
I'm gonna come with, obviously. Keep your friends close and everything, you know.
And keep Caitlin closer.
Yeah. Closer.
So you all head out. Is there anywhere you're specifically heading to, or are you just going where the wind takes you?
Well, I think just to go check them in, with, I'm sorry, I forget the name, Janelle?
Janelle.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, but along the way, Kirk will be a little, like showing Katie, like, everything that's around, pointing out things.
And Jennifer will do the same for Caitlin, but like Kirk will do like, and this is where we eat the food, and I'll be like, it's the mess hall. And like be really unenthusiastic about it.
What? Jennifer? Unenthusiastic about something?
At one point when you're doing the tour, Jennifer, Caitlin just goes, and so what exactly do you do here?
Well, I do a lot of things, Kate. Shut up. I was just about to answer you. And then you just kept going. You just can't help yourself.
It's so funny that I could say the exact same thing about you.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm laughing so much right now. Moving on. I'm not going to answer your question anymore.
That's all right. Clearly you're not the welcoming committee. So they Kirk, you continue on with Katie. You guys have moved forward a little bit. And I assume that Rowan and Chelsea are with you guys at this point too. way far behind at this point, just trying to catch up. But you guys
probably trying to keep an eye out for Orion too, because we need to check in with him and let him know what all went down.
For sure.
Make a spot listen check.
I would like to make one as well, since I'm also keeping an eye out. If I'm doing math correctly, that's 1 degree of success.
Awesome. So you guys get an additional survival point. Good job. You all head, as you're heading towards...
Sorry, 2 degrees success.
Okay.
I did math wrong. 2 degrees
that'll
success.
put you guys at 9 survival points currently. You head forward. You guys are heading towards the old school building, specifically the high school. Janelle is is mainly a teacher, but she does help with like general check-in of people. They usually stay in classrooms that have been converted into bedrooms until they're cleared to go out into the community. So that is where you guys are heading to. As you two are looking around, however, you don't see a ton of people out on the street currently. You see specifically Luke, who is one of the people who had done the previous supply run. But he looks like he's just heading over to the mess hall from a guard position, from a watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a little later in the day though, so most people are inside at this point or are eating dinner.
All right. Well, so Luke is walking by.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk's just gonna be like, "Hey, Luke, guess what I found on my supply run?"
He turns to you. He still has his guns in hand. And he kind of cocks his head and look. People, I see. Have you checked them in with Janelle yet? Or
I am just about to, but this is my sister, my baby sister. He's so proud to like introduce her.
Katie, as you call her your baby sister, she just goes. Hi, I'm Katie. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. And kind of gives you a raised eyebrow, Kirk, as a that's awesome, but also how old is she? Like how did she survive this long look kind of thing? And well, if you congratulations. If you need anything, me and the guys will probably be down playing some pool later. Chelsea. Oh.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I just like to think as roommates they did that at the exact same time.
We've probably done that a lot over the years we've known each other. It never stopped even with the apocalypse.
Okay,
may have had a slight mishap or
a disarming experience.
Are you good? You need anything? Some meds?
If you have an extra arm on hand, that'd be great, but I think we're out of luck in that department.
Or if you know where Orion is, that works too.
Last I heard, he was he's still kind of thrown off by your arm a little bit. Last I heard, he was at his house. He had a council meeting or something like that. They were looking for you, Jennifer, but
Oh,
you weren't.
well, I could go talk to them now, I guess.
Yeah, maybe get your folks checked in, and then
Oh yeah, sure.
and okay.
Eyes up here. I know it's distracting, but please, if you could stop. It's not even bad. It's just that people keep staring at it.
It's alarming, okay?
Alarming?
Fuck off.
All arming.
Rowan, only I'm allowed to make these jokes.
That was Gabby.
Luke just kind of pinches the bridge of his nose.
She's been like this the whole time.
At least you're still funny. Didn't lose your sense of humor.
Lost some weight though.
I'm gonna go get dinner.
We're losing it.
No, we've already lost an arm, so it's fine.
All right, goodbye. And Luke's gonna head off to the mess hall.
We are the true monsters.
We've lived long enough to become the villain.
Jennifer was always the villain.
It's me, Bowser! I've been disguised as a teenage girl! No, I'm just kidding. A 20-year-old.
Oh, man. I can't tell if it's us who's losing it or our characters. Could be both.
Both.
Yes.
Both is good.
Both is good.
So you head to the high school.
Yeah.
And Janelle is just sitting there taking notes. Nothing important on her notepad if you are curious. In fact, you actually see more doodles on it than anything. She looks bored. But as you all walk in and she goes, "Oh, hello. How are you all doing today?"
We're
Great.
great
Dandy.
as we can be.
"Oh, I see some new faces. Who are these folks?" And she looks to you, Kirk and Jennifer.
Kirk is gonna, of course, introduce Katie the same way he did when he introduced her to Luke. This is my baby sister, Katie. Found her out on the supply run.
Well,
And-
what luck!
Truly.
And she kind of reaches over you and reaches over and gives you a pat on the arm. Kirk is just like, "Oh."
And Jennifer's kind of got her arms crossed and like looking away, and then like while there's silence, she realizes she's supposed to say that and be like, "Oh, this is Caitlin. We go way back."
And Caitlin coughs a little bit. But Jennifer, you swear you hear "unfortunately" come out from under her breath. So, well, isn't that's just a stroke of fate, isn't it? Let me get your information down, and then we'll get you checked over. Orion is supposed to make his way back, but I haven't seen him in a few hours, so I might have one of the interns or Chelsea, if you'd like to take a look over them as well. You're also welcome to do that. So just let me know. But if I need to call Demi down, I can also do that. And she starts to take the information down for Katie and Caitlin, and gets you guys all set up in a room pretty quickly. And you guys are left to your own devices. As Chelsea, are you going to look them over, or would you like another person to do that?
Chelsea will look them over. It is
Okay.
And she's pretty handy.
Make a first aid check with a difficulty die for that terrible pun.
I don't need the difficulty die.
Oh no.
It's fine. Let me just do some quick math.
What are the rest of you doing?
It's 1 degree of failure.
Don't forget.
I want to have a little heart-to-heart with Caitlin.
Sure.
Uh-oh. Caitlin, walk into this. Walk into this right here. Walk into this.
No, I feel like we're away from this. Just probably like walking, like, I don't know, like I assume this is like a walled base of some kind, right?
Yeah, it's the whole
high
area
school.
is fortified. The high school, there's long hallways. You guys are able to kind of walk down if you want to.
Yeah. There's a lot of like pausing and silence and like huffing and sighing until eventually she's just like, all right, look, okay, if there's one thing that this situation has taught me is that it's exhausting to hold on to a grudge. I hurt your feelings, you hurt my feelings. Can we move on?
Can we?
Listen, I really wasn't expecting to see you today, but someone very important to me thought they lost a sibling and you brought them back. So I have you to thank for that. And I'm sure if you're standing here in front of me that you have some skills of your own. It doesn't need to be a competition. And you know what? You're right. I think we do need to trust each other. Just excuse me, I've had a bit of a long day.
Make a wait, you can make a diplomacy check in whatever you'd like.
Hell yeah. I'm commanding Caitlin to be friends with me. Damn it. Okay, hold on a second. So I got 1 degree of failure, but I'm going to spend both of my competence points to turn it into a success because I'm relying on this to work.
Sure.
Make a maturity check. Someone said in the comments. That's funny.
So you get an extra survival point, so that'll put you at 10 in total.
Wahoo!
Woohoo! So you make this grandiose speech to Caitlin, and she's kind of silent. She does make a couple like glances to the side and puffs of her own before she sorry, I just saw your comment. And she nods.
And I just give a smile, a genuine smile, with tiredness behind my eyes and a little bit of relief.
Cheers.
And I put out my hand and we're gonna shake on it, and then I'm gonna bring Caitlin in for a hug. Yeah.
The sexual tension, it's rising.
It's non-existent.
The friendship tension.
The platonic
It's rising.
tension.
There you go.
All right, hold on. Give me a second.
How well does
Okay.
she receive the hug?
Yeah. If you pull her in for a hug, and she's definitely like stiff as you do, and she just goes, "Okay, that's a bit much."
And then I'm gonna start gossiping with her about all the other people we didn't like and make fun of them and that they probably died.
That sounds about right. She's back, folks. She's back.
Oh my god, no!
Do you remember
Sarah-
Betty?
I
Oh
do.
my god.
No, Sarah with an H.
Definitely died within like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Obviously.
got that H taken off real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was good.
Wow.
And if the Luigi train. I just plays as you guys are heading back to the group. All right. So meanwhile, you guys are getting settled. Katie's pretty short, honestly. You have short jeans, unfortunately, Kirk.
Yeah.
And she's sitting up on one of the desks in the room that has been pushed to the side of the wall. And she's kind of kicking her feet. You do see as she kind of at one point jumps off, kind of walks around the room, pulls open a few of the drawers in the desks. And let's see. she finds a small yo-yo, and she just starts kind of playing with it a little bit, and jumps back up onto the desk. And Chelsea, did you make a first aid check for them? I forgot.
I did. It was one failure.
One failure. You look them over, and for the most part, like everything looks normal. You don't see any signs of wear or tear on these people. Maybe slightly traumatized, but like who isn't these days? So they're clear by your standards.
I think Kirk would just continue to talk to Katie, and just kind of ask, like, so how did you get out? How did you survive? What have you been up to? We've been talking about me a lot.
Well, Mom and Bobby and I were at home when everything happened. There was a whole big news story, and they were saying how people were trying to eat each other, and told us to lock our doors. So we stayed inside for a while, but eventually we lost power and didn't hear anything else, and so we stayed as long as we could, ate the food. Mom told me I should eat the ice cream first because it was gonna go bad, but we left and tried to make our way to the police station, figuring that they would have more information, I guess. But there wasn't anybody there. There was just bodies in the streets, and Bobby went to try to get help, and she kind of trails a little bit. After that, Mom and I, we tried to help, but we couldn't, and we had to leave. She suggested that we head to her sister's, and so we went to Loveland for a little bit, but we couldn't find Aunt Janine. We were on our own. I told her that we should go find you. I mean, you thankfully you had sent us the address and everything like that, so we started to head down that, but caught at Graveyard. And that's when we found Caitlin and another small little group, and we all made our way out of the city and been working together ever since. We've lost some people, but they said I was old enough to go out on runs now, so here I am. And what do you know, my first one, we lose our car, but I found you, and she kind of looks relieved by that, and she doesn't say much else. Kind of reading her story.
You mentioned going on a run. Does that mean that you still have a group somewhere waiting for the two of you?
Yeah. Like I said, our car kind of broke down, so we were looking around for different supplies. Are
there any names we should keep in mind if we have people go in that direction again? If there are other survivors, maybe we can integrate them here. This place has been really secure for the past 3 years.
Charlie, Lana, and she looks to Caitlin, who kind of nods and says, I'll get you a list of names. Speaking of, I didn't catch yours.
We were in the same class. I'm Rowan.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
I was literally in their group the day of the Shakespeare. Rowan Fontana, son of the lecturer who would occasionally come to the college, Dr. Faye Fontana.
Oh, I know Dr. Fontana.
Like you.
I imagine Chelsea is like still kind of like giving them a once over at this point. Can I like maybe accidentally, just hit a sore spot?
Yeah,
as I'm giving Caitlin a look over.
Oh, sure, go for it. Roll for.
That's my friend.
Accidentally touch a bruise too hard.
You don't even need to. I'm not gonna make you roll for this.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. You do that. Just, ow.
Sorry.
It's fine.
See, now I'm just wondering if you met before or after all this shit. Have you seen her recently in the past 3 years?
No. I met before. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then she kind of realizes what she said and just goes, sorry.
Mm-hmm. The friends of Rowan would know that's just how Rowan responds to things like that. To anyone else, they're coming off as an asshole.
Yeah, Kirk, while this is going on, Kirk's gonna kind of sit next to Katie and go, so Mom is with this other group?
No, she went out, looking for supplies one time, and they come back.
I'm glad I still have you.
And she lands her head onto her.
And he'll bring her in for a side hug. Sad times.
All right. I should probably go and find Orion, give him a update on everything. All right.
Yeah, I'd like to check in with him.
Yeah, you especially being his medical assistant. That's going to be really important for him to know.
Awesome. You guys all gather up together. Chelsea, you hand over the forms to Janelle, who will get you guys get Katie and Caitlin situated, and you guys can get them later if you want. But if you want to keep her in your sights, Kirk, you can also take her with you. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think he would.
And Caitlin's not going to sit here by herself, so she's coming with too. So the group of you head over to Orion's place, and you don't see anybody outside or anything, but again, it is kind of dark. So as you get there, you kind of knock on the door. Wait a minute. Don't hear anything.
Hello?
Orion!
Maybe he's not home, Katie says.
Ron's going to look through one of the windows.
It's dark.
Chelsea opens the door and walks in.
No, okay, well.
The door does open. You head inside. And Chelsea, you've been here plenty of times. You know that he's got the standard setup and then his room upstairs, but all of the medical work that he does is in a back office for anything that he is doing. So you guys head back there and open the door. And as you do, or rather, as you go to open the door is locked.
Orion, we're back. and we have some big updates.
Everybody can make a spot listen check for me.
Yeah. Spot, land, or listen. Yo.
Are you spotting or are you listening?
Let's go.
Let's
go.
go. It's another 2 degrees of success for me.
Whoa.
That's a 5 degrees of failure for me.
Oh, but
3 degrees of success.
All right, so add those 3 survival points. Good job, guys. Kirk, you're too focused on Katie at the moment to pay attention to anything. This is the most exciting thing since sliced bread for you. So you guys are the 3 of you, however, are kind of listening. And Jennifer and Chelsea, you guys both got 3. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So you guys are listening, and you start to hear what sounds like shuffling, but slow shuffling. Rowan, you hear the sound of just like what kind of sounds like murmuring, but it doesn't sound intelligible.
I think Rowan's just a little paranoid, and they're just gonna have their hand on, like the I imagine that the casing that they have their machete in is like one of those Candace kind of ones with the clasp and such. So they just kind of like unclasp it and have their hand on the handle of the machete. They're gonna knock again. Orion.
The sound, and all of you hear this now, the sound gets louder as it starts to sound more familiar to you, similar to the things that you've heard on the outside of the walls.
Back up.
It sounds like a zombie.
We should call
Does
someone.
sound like a zombie.
Rowan's
Kirk
gonna
is
have
gonna-
their machete out.
Kirk is gonna have his bat out, but also put Katie behind him.
Some of us stay here. Someone else go and gets. We gotta warn some people before.
Caitlin, can you go round up and just let people know we have a little bit of a security issue here?
Yeah, I mean, where should I go? Just anybody?
Oh my god.
You can go back to Janelle. She'll be able to get people.
Okay. All right. I'll do that. And she nods and heads out.
Chelsea, are there any back doors at this house, or is it just the one entrance?
Are there any back doors in this house?
Are.
There are.
All right, I'm gonna go check the back just to be sure.
I will come with, because being outside with a bow seems better than being inside with a bow.
Yeah. I mean, not that it can be easily opened, but keep that closed until other people come. I just want to check the back door and make sure there's no breaking. Let's go.
Sure.
Mhm.
You guys head through the kitchen. Chelsea.
We Scooby-Doo tiptoe outside.
So you guys head not downstairs. You head back through the kitchen to where the door is. Chelsea has described to you, and it is currently shut. And you go to open it, and it is open. Like it opens just fine, not locked. And you guys kind of peruse outside. Are you guys just looking for like broken windows or anything like that?
Broken windows. I'm looking for footprints as well. I'm going into like the survivalist, keeping an eye on tracking, getting an idea of what if maybe something happened on the outside here. What happened?
Mhm. And I'm checking the opposite of anything that Rowan is checking.
I also want to check specifically if anything was trying to be buried in the snow as well. So I'm looking out for stuff like that.
I'm pretty
Sure.
much watching Rowan 6, pretty much.
I'm gonna have you make a search check, Jennifer,
Mm-hmm.
and Rowan. I'm gonna have you make a mountains check for me,
I can do that. Where's my mountains?
aka survival check.
Yes.
It's at the bottom under expert skills.
Yeah. Fuck, that's
1 degree of failure.
I gotta roll really, really low. It is not that good for me, y'all. All right. Thankfully, it's a neutral failure. It's not a degree of failure. And
Okay.
actually, I'm going to use a competence point, actually, to make that a degree of success.
Awesome. Good roll, too, by the way. I'm looking at your sheet right now, so.
Just bare. My thing is a 29. I rolled a 38, so it was just barely not a failure. So I'm like,
Awesome.
competence points.
So, what you notice specifically is there's no broken windows between the two of you. You guys find that. You do, however, see that there are, from the front door, a little ways off. It looks like the ground is a little bit more hardened near the back door. But as you move a little bit further off towards the fenced-in area, you actually see that there's a part of the fence slightly ajar.
Fuck.
And you see that there's footsteps that lead out, not in.
That's odd.
Jennifer is going to reach into the recesses of her mind, and we are looking for Orion, right? And we think he's the one, like, it's safe to assume he's the zombie behind the door.
You can assume that, yeah.
Do I have a certain level of suspicion that Orion might have had maybe some enemies or things like that? I could think of one, but I don't know if you want to call a roll for that or anything.
I'm gonna give it to you because you actively were listening when it happened. Matthew is the only person, Pastor Matthew is the only person that you can think of that had recently disagreed with Orion, but he's pretty well liked across everyone.
Sure. Sure, all the more motivation to zombify someone.
Kind of bang up the idea of Jennifer thinking, would Rowan, given the placement of where the tracks lead out, and if I can get any gleam of how far they go, like from my vision, because I'm not going beyond the fence, do I get any idea of maybe what's in that? Because I'm sure I've probably scouted like the surrounding area. Would I have a rough idea of what might be of interest in that direction that would prompt someone to have start going in that direction?
You can make a check for me. I'm gonna have you make a detect motives check because I don't have a history check.
Okay. No, but detect motives works pretty well to try to figure out why someone would go that direction.
Sure.
Another roll low. Please, please, please.
We hear a silent yes.
That is a degree of success.
Let's
Woo!
go. You, as Jennifer put it, you search back to the recesses of your mind, and you try to recall the knowledge that you have about this area specifically. The first thing that comes to your mind is that there's avalanches that are pretty common, especially towards the January and February months, just because of the buildup of snow that's occurred. The other thing that you think of is just it's really well known for its hiking trails. You're specifically on the northwestern side of town. But the only other thing that you can think of that is of note is that there is a radio tower up in the mountains. But that's quite a hike to get there.
I think Rowan still has like that kind of like look on their face of like that could be a possibility. And kind of look at Jennifer's like, let's head back. Once the others get around, I'm going to set up a search party and going to see about going out that direction. Plus, we got to get that fence. We got to get that breach fixed.
Yeah.
I don't care. And if someone's on the other side and we can't find them, tough shit. They can die out there for all I care if they're going to jeopardize us with this bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. And I Scooby-Doo tiptoe back to the gang.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah, I think when we get back, Rowan will relay that information to the others. I assume are still in
Yep.
front of that door, and it's like, if Orion was up to something, it's not good.
Haha, very funny. So, I will say at this point, due to the noise that you guys made, there is sort of a hitting against the door.
I was gonna
Not
say,
hard, but like just like a running into.
when they were out there doing that, Kirk was gonna ask Chelsea if she knew if there is a window in that room that he would have been in the back medical room.
Not that you can. No, there was one, but it wasn't broken when you guys.
Yeah.
You haven't gotten that information yet.
I would
Yeah, there's
explain
the
it.
one. Yeah.
I would explain what we found.
Not
Okay.
open, not broken.
I think while we were waiting for them,
through that fucking window. Duh.
I think while we were waiting for them to come back, also Chelsea probably would have been like, Kirk, we should probably, I mean, he's going to get through that door one way or another, so we should probably move this table in front of the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's any like extreme, like not extremely heavy, but like like I'm thinking like a lounge chair or something.
Armchair, sofa.
Yeah, kind of. Sofa chair. Yeah.
Between the two of you, between the three of you, you guys are able to get something in front of the door.
2.5.
2.5, yeah.
Okay.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So yeah, you guys get a chair up in front of the door. You still hear the as it's hitting its arms hitting the side of the door. And Katie has taken a few more steps back at this point.
As she should. Can Kirk also check out front, like to see if there's anything, just like if he can see if like other people are starting to panic or starting to get ready, or if there's any other people around?
Make a spot listen check.
That is a degree of success.
Awesome.
1.
So you glance out the window and you actually go outside at one point and you don't see anybody on you see a couple people like heading into their homes, but nobody seems panicked specifically. However, as you stand a little bit longer, you do see Caitlin coming back up the street with both Janelle and Luke at her side. Luke is carrying his gun and looks irritated.
I would be too if I just got out of a shift and all of a sudden there's a zombie in the camp.
Janelle looks worried. And Caitlin looks a little worried too. Bless you.
Guess what night?
I can hear him through.
I was wondering if we would hear it through your screen. I was like listening.
I was trying to be discreet, but y'all brought it to everyone's attention.
He's got it.
No, it's fine. Just a little runny nose.
So, they get to the door, and you hear Luke just go, "Where is it?"
Behind the door. That's behind the chair, but I'll help you move the damn chair.
Yeah.
Well, also, do we want to maybe like try from the window though, if the window is open from the other side, just to you've got one more barrier in front of you.
Not a bad idea.
Jennifer and I can head back out there and take another peek.
We'll keep it busy from this side.
We'll keep it busy. Yo.
We'll make noise from this side, and then you guys sneak in the back.
I did not expect to be volunteered to be the one to kill the zombie, but fine.
Well,
You've got the bow and arrow.
Listen.
It's not very helpful indoors.
Here, and he hands you his gun.
Which kind?
It is a M9 pistol.
Okay.
You're taking it.
Caitlin looks at you and just like, You want this?
Don't you also have a
And
shotgun, Jennifer?
Yeah, that's kind of also bad indoors.
Fair enough.
Caitlin looks at you, Jennifer, and goes, "You want this?" and offers you the lug wrench.
No new bestie, but thank you. I will keep this.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Okay, you now have a lug wrench. Temporarily, she's gonna want
Back
it
where it belongs.
Just like
it
the first
comes
day of
back
the
to
apocalypse.
you.
So you two head outside, and you guys are making your way to the back window, and you specifically Luke starts to pound on the front of the door, and you hear actually the groans and moans start to get a little bit more loud as it is a little bit more active towards the door. And you guys sort of peer through are you guys just kind of looking through the window?
I want to look through the window first and just try to get an idea of, like, 'cause Rowan's never seen that space, so they're also trying to scout what
get a lay of the land.
Yeah, or the
Okay.
room in this case.
So you look through the window. Are you also looking through, Jennifer?
Yeah.
You guys look through, and as you do, your eyes focus in on a man who has sort of short grayish brown hair, and he looks thin, very pale, skin's turned slightly greenish. You see that there is a puddle of blood on the ground. However, he is in a black overcoat, as well as it looks like just kind of like a nice suit jacket, and he is very focused on this door. But
Do I
from the back-
recognize this figure at all? Yeah.
It is Pastor Matt.
Oh.
Oh,
Plot twist.
Shit. I think there's a moment where Rowan looks to Jennifer and just mouths, "Fuck."
I'm like, Jennifer is very confused because this goes directly against her theory. And she's going to try to sneak into the room through the window.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Yes, please. I'm good at those.
I also want to, like, I don't have volunteer, but I want to, like, I don't know if I can make it easier on her by, like, giving her a boost up.
Sure.
So that way she doesn't have to, like, scramble up.
Sure. I will say that Jennifer, you can subtract 10 from your roll.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit. So thank you for the boost, because without it, it would have been neutral, but now it's 1 degree of success.
Yes!
So
This is why you have tall friends!
You push the window open very, very quietly, and are able to sneak in. Meanwhile, Chelsea and Kirk, what are you guys doing on the other side?
Yeah, just preparing, just in case the worst happens. I don't know why, but Kirk just has this weird gut feeling something's gonna come up behind them. So he's also keeping an eye in case, like, because something feels off about this. So he's just gonna keep an eye on the back too.
Sure. You go
Guys,
ahead
you
and
just
make a
can't see
spot
it.
listen check for me.
You said spot listen.
Yeah, there is something suspicious. Just we haven't been able to tell you yet.
Yeah,
Don't be suspicious, don't be
Chelsea is
suspicious.
ready to, defend herself if necessary, kind of waiting to see what happens. But I think she's also standing in front of Katie.
Yep.
Is her name? Yeah. So just kind of putting herself between the danger.
Awesome. 2 degrees of success. Yeah, your eyes are just scanning.
Oh wait! I think it's more. No, wait. Sorry. There's so many numbers, but it is 2. Sorry.
Your eyes kind of just scan very carefully, very much like a lifeguard. You are scanning very attentively, back and forth. Jennifer, Rowan, you are able to sneak into the window.
Do I need to make my own separate stealth to get in? Because I'm.
Yeah, go for it.
You could just stay outside. That's a possibility.
I am not leaving you in there alone with just a firearm.
But if you climb through the window and fail your stealth check, then we both get spotted and have to climb out the window.
It's okay. You can let me die and just open the door for the others to come and attack.
Okay. Girl boss.
Jennifer, do you have volunteer?
I do not.
Okay.
We might have to go through with that plan after all, bestie.
While Rowan is climbing through the window, can I make a hold check to aim the pistol at the zombie?
Oh, 100%. Go for it.
Please, please, please let me go first. I'm doing something. I rolled an 8. That's 4 degrees of success.
Let's go, Jennifer.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna, if you're cool with it, I'm gonna count that towards your attack.
Please do, because I am good with long guns, not short guns.
So you see as the
That machete be clunky, y'all.
Yeah, Rowan, you start to climb in, and you like very much just kind of
I'm good at the outdoors, not the indoors.
you push down on the ledge and it breaks slightly, and you just see, Jennifer, you see as this thing turns its head. And Jennifer, you're ready to go. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay. Just do
Yeah,
damage. I don't even have to roll.
I'm gonna count that as your attack.
Oh yeah! How many dice do I roll?
4.
4.
Go, girl, go!
All right, this is my chance.
She's
Actually, I've
wow.
had multiple of these. Okay, none of them exploded, unfortunately.
Wow.
I wish they did. Let me count this up. We got 12 points of damage.
That's exactly what you needed. So you
Damn, one shot.
yeah, through the center of the head, just and you
My
guys
bad.
hear the gunshot go off from the other side, but you also hear a thump as the body just slumps to the floor.
I'm gonna open the door slowly and be like, "Oh my god, hey!"
While Rowan is still like hanging from the window because they got into like an awkward position, like it's got a fucked up situation, but I'm good.
Rowan, you eventually are able to climb back in as Jennifer is greeting the others at the door, and what you see, which she didn't, is that there is a cage against the wall, and you see that there is a dead zombie in the inside of it.
Yeah, I think you all hear Rowan go,
Not
fuck!
Not anybody you know.
Like Rowan just
Okay.
like jumps, like I imagine that they like fell on the ground, and as soon as they see it, they're like, fuck, and they like crawl back.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was Orion up to?
And that's where we're gonna go to break.
Damn.
Go queen, girl boss!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
We will start right with you, Chelsea, when you get back, I promise.
Excellent.
Alrighty. See you guys in a few. But in the meantime, while we are waiting to go out, if you haven't typed gimme in the chat, make sure you guys do that, and so you can get entered for a chance to win our dice. I see that Abadab has entered. But yeah, everybody else in the chat, type !gimme before we head off to break.
Yeah, gotta get your dice. Get those dice.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
kidding me?
All right, it's all right. While we're waiting, we'll just have Chelsea. What were you gonna do?
Oh, Chelsea just wanted to look around the room and see if any of her missing medical supplies happen to be in this room.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a search check.
Do, do, do.
That is 1 degree of failure, so I'm gonna use 2 comp points to turn
Okay.
it into a success.
How about I'll do you one better? I'll buy it off of you if you'd like.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope, I'm good. I'm fine.
Alrighty, so you look around. You do find the beakers that were missing, the little vials. But apart from that, you don't find anything.
Well, I'm stumped.
Aha!
We already made that joke.
It's a good joke.
What the fuck is going on? You hear Caitlin go, and Luke is just like, "This is
Pastor Matthew."
Yeah, he's like, he goes to his knees and he's kind of like checking over Matthew to see. As he does, you and Chelsea, you kind of drop down to kind of help a little bit here. Go ahead and make a medical check for me.
While that roll is taking place, remind me whose pistol I have in my hands.
You have
Luke's.
Luke's.
Okay, I'm gonna hand it back to Luke, and I'm gonna say thanks.
Good shot. And he
Yeah,
takes it
wow.
and puts it in puts it back in the holster.
You know, it's.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna have him roll to Chelsea, and you'll get whatever degrees of success he has.
Am I making a first aid check?
Yep, that was really
Okay.
good. You get a bonus 2 degrees of success from him.
Yay.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I had 4 degrees of success, so I guess we'll just
Okay,
that
nice.
5.
So you guys get an additional 6 not competency points. Additional 6 server points. And as you kind of look over, the two of you are kind of just checking to see what the fuck happened, where he got bit, XYZ. You don't find a bite mark anywhere.
Do I see any injection scars or anything like that?
I'm
left
gonna
over?
go before you do. Yeah.
Well, that's
It's
really,
not- it's not
fucked
subtle.
up.
Either. Yeah.
I always told him he wasn't good with the needle.
Yeah. That was definitely your job.
Yeah, that's the concern here. That's definitely the concern here.
What's going on? You hear Katie ask from behind.
Kirk.
How young is Katie, by the way?
She's 16 at this point.
Okay.
So Kirk is gonna be like, we're not sure, and I will tell you when we are sure. I don't want to keep things from you, but I don't think it's something for you right now.
Okay. Alrighty, so and with that, we will be going to break. So thank you guys so much, and we'll be right back. welcome back to Signals of the Lost. We return to our survivors in Orion's office.
Orion's a sick fuck.
Well said.
Yeah.
So, Chelsea, you look around, you do not find anything else of your medical supplies apart from the vials that were missing.
I take my vials back. I wash them out and all that. I take them back.
Okay. Before you wash them out, you notice specifically that there is a level of there's blood in one of them, and then there's this like sort of palish green mixture in another, and then there's this like clear mixture which you are making the assumption is probably morphine.
I take it back. I don't rinse them out. I inspect the shit out of those. Where's his equipment?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Yeah.
Did any of you see this coming?
No. Frankly,
I
no.
had a suspicion, honestly, but I'm like, who knows if Laura's actually going to do that theory, and then you did, and I'm like, oh.
I thought it was gonna be switched. I thought it was gonna be Father Matthew doing this shit too.
Me too. Me too. It's exactly what I was thinking.
Is there a plain medicine check, or am I making first aid? Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yay! We love to hear that.
3 degrees of success.
Woo!
Gotta love that 69, right?
I really do.
Hey.
So you take a look over this stuff, and it looks like there is the pale green could either be a concoction that he made up, or for lack of a better term, the venom that comes from the zombies. You haven't really seen anything that indicates that sort of thing in the past when looking over bites or anything like that, but there has to be a level of transference that happens. So that is your first instinct with those two things. The clay liquid, you do check it out as morphine, and the blood, it's hard to tell. It could have come from either one of the guys, but you're suspecting that it probably came from the zombie in the cage, who is dead again, by the way.
Seems strange for the storyteller to be telling us twice that the zombie's dead. Is it really dead?
It is dead.
Shoot it.
The double tap.
It starts jumping up, go, I'm not yet dead. I can dance and I can sing. I can do the high legit. Okay.
I'm not dead. I'm an actor.
And scene. We're laughing because we have to cope with it.
We have to cope with the pain.
Laugh away the pain.
Chelsea will share what she discovered with everybody else.
Well, we have looks to Luke. Luke, we also have a problem. We have a breach in the fence. I think Orion's been up to something. There are footprints leading out to a breach in the fence leading somewhere. The only thing of note I could think of in the direction that he might have gone is a radio tower up there, but I don't know why. That's a long hike, but regardless, if he's out there, we got to fix that fence now, and if he cries about it, boo fucking who.
No. Yeah.
So we need to get someone who can repair it now, and I'll show you where it is too.
You see him kind of go into commander mode, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna have you keep an eye out on it. I'm gonna, for right now, just the fence. I'm gonna get one of my guys to come in, and start patching it up. He looks to you, Chelsea, as you're looking over everything. He starts to go, "You do what you're doing." He looks
by the fence.
and he looks to you, Jennifer, and he says, Do you know anything? You know anything about this? I mean, you were working closely with him.
Is that an accusation?
No, it's a question.
No, I didn't know about this. I didn't know anything about this. In fact, I was actually suspecting it would be the other way around. But I was clearly, it was a misread on my part.
And he nods. You see and hear as Janelle is just going, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh dear, oh no.
Someone get her out of here.
And she just goes, Matthew.
Oh no.
Boy, she's gonna. We don't have a therapist in the compound, do we?
And you watch as
Okay.
Katie actually. She's like, it's okay, it's all right. Let's go take a walk, okay?
Luke was the one asking me questions, right? If I knew anything about this. I will tell him that I had suspected there was tension between the two of them, but is that like known within the base? Is that something that's like kind of gossip?
It's not like a secret, but it's not like publicized kind of thing. So like if you've noticed it kind of thing. But he's not like he's not completely oblivious to it. Yeah,
Yeah. So I'll say like I knew that Orion and Father Matthew didn't get along, but I didn't know the extent, and I didn't really realize that it would get this far. I don't know anything about this, and I point to the cage with the zombie in it.
I don't think Matthew knew about it either. And he kind of shuffles from one foot to the other.
I have a
Okay.
question.
All right.
Gabby has a question.
I'll let I have an answer.
I'm wondering, like, Rowan wants to look at Father Matthew. We have had a rough idea of how these zombies work for 3 years. I think Rowan especially has had an odd fascination with their process because of ecology. Ow. My shoulder popped, sorry. By looking at Father Matthew, is there a way to determine, judging by how quickly or how his skin looks, like how long it's maybe been since he's been turned?
Sure. That's a really good question.
Just trying to determine how long it's probably been since Matthew probably disappeared, and
I'm gonna have you make a first aid check. Chelsea, if you'd like to help with volunteer, you may.
Do.
Or if you'd prefer to use Rowan, if you prefer to use your survival, I'll let you use your specialty for this specifically.
My mountain survival?
Yeah.
It's a neutral either way.
Okay.
With my volunteer, I got 5 degrees of success.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
So add those 5 degrees of success to your, or add 5 survival points. Awesome.
That's dope.
So you are able to, you're just trying to understand like the ecology of it and how it's like working through the system kind of thing with him. So you can see that there's clearly an injection that was put through. As you are sort of, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, and open up where he was injected with like a scalpel or something like that. I'm gonna say Chelsea helps you very, very carefully.
Gloves.
Biologist, yeah. No, I'm
Mask, all of it.
happy to take that help.
Kirk, you and Jennifer sort of like escort everybody out of the vicinity as these
science kids are working on stuff.
Just trying to avoid a panic within the town.
I like how Rowan and Chelsea went from I'm chopping off your arm of hey, help me figure out what's going on with this zombie. In the same day.
Moments bring people together.
I kill them
hand
and
in
you
hand.
guys you disassemble them. Yeah.
Before
like
the
the
others
symbol
go, Chelsea will kind of look to Kirk and Jennifer like, speaking of, not seeing people for a while, we should probably find out where the fuck Orion is right now and make note if anyone else hasn't been seen in a while.
Backtrack question. Would I have realized how fresh those footprints were that were leading out of the fence at the time? Given if there was judging by snow or anything like that?
I would say a couple days.
Couple days.
There's like definitely a layer of snow, but it was muddy in that specific area, so it's divoted down.
But we weren't gone for days though. We were only gone like a couple hours.
When we came back, Janelle said that she hadn't seen them in a couple hours.
Yeah. So those tracks would not be.
I mean,
Orion.
sure they. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe there's more than we were realizing.
Yeah.
Could have been days since he last went out.
He has an evil twin. Ooh.
I will say
that was just meandering.
I will say, I'm gonna take some creative liberty here. Luke would have assigned you Jennifer. If Rowan's looking at the body, Luke would have assigned you Jennifer. If you'd like to do a further search check while you're out there, you can.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Would it be easy on her because she was with me when I was doing the initial survival?
Yeah. I'll give you that -10 again if you'd like.
Me?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let's do. You said spot listen.
Search or spot listen, whatever you'd like to use.
Well, I rolled a 42 with the -10, which is exactly neutral for spot listen, which I will take over a failure.
Okay. So you look a little bit further. You actually end up clearing away some of the snow. The ground's hardened a bit more just because of the cold. And you do notice that underneath the snow that there are tracks going in and out a little bit more. The tracks that are in and you can go ahead and detect motives for me too, just because you know Orion.
Sure. Detect motives. I'm not the greatest at that, but we'll give it a go.
You?
Oh.
Put all her points into command.
5 degrees of failure. I don't know what the fuck's going on. These could be footprints from other people too.
I'm gonna buy those off.
Who's
of you.
Orion? Oh dear.
Okay.
Like,
yes, sure.
awesome, cool.
Purchased.
So that puts me up to 12. So you know Orion. He's very careful with his planning. He's always been a very big strategist, especially when you guys were first clearing out town. He was very, very much on the end of just like making sure that you were being as proactive as possible. It is very possible that he stepped into his old footprints coming in and out of here to mitigate. So
I will note that in the back of the recesses of my mind.
The Reese's Pieces of your mind.
That's right.
Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
That's right.
So you, Rowan, as you and Chelsea, trigger warning for medical terminology and things here. You cut open the side of the neck of Father Matthew, and sort of with some tongs are able to sort of spread open the wound. You see, and Chelsea, I'm gonna say that you haven't really like dealt, like you've analyzed bites before, but you've never really like looked at a body of a zombie before. You guys have always been able to kind of put them down, bury them humanely. As you open it, you see this sort of like, you see the tissue of the body has actually turned this like almost sort of like green off green yellow color. And as you go to move the scalpel and you watch as there's these little white sort of strands that sort of reach up and follow your scalpel.
Ugh! What the fuck?
Rowan, being the survivalist that you are, you would notice that this is very fungal.
We got clickers, y'all.
Yeah, it is very very Last of Us inspired.
Uh-huh.
I love that your name's in green and chat red.
Yeah, I think Rowan would definitely be pointing that out to Chelsea of like, because I think Rowan has definitely heard of fungi like this in their studies. There's definitely fungi like this that infect insects and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
It is
they're
not a fun guy.
no, doesn't leave much room for thought.
God.
I'm proud of that one, actually.
That was a good
I won't
one.
be taking any shiitake for that.
Oh my god.
All right, moving on. So you yeah, that is what you notice.
Does
Chelsea,
that mean it's
go ahead and
still
make another-
alive, Rowan?
What was I
Does
heard
that
two different things.
it's following where I'm moving. I know human body. I don't
Here's
know.
the thing about fungus is that fungus tends to stick to dead things, but it is still very much alive in its own thing. So it's not surprising to me that whatever is inside would still be kicking. I mean, fuck, for all we know, they could be inside ones that have been dead longer, and he indicates to the zombie in the cage. We'd have to check it too and see if the same thing, because this is fresh. This is very fresh. So really, only way we could tell is if we look at an old one.
Okay, we should definitely do that. And when we're done, I think for now we should put them both back in the cage until we're able to.
We might have to consider burning their bodies too.
I'd feel a lot safer with that option.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. Okay, what did you say, Allure, as well?
Chelsea, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Not the D100.
No! Oh,
I feel
no!
like this is a
Oh!
disease check or something like
Ugh!
that.
That's my fear too.
That's a 45.
That is
74.
Yeah, I think Rowan has a moment of like thinking back to when some of the splatter like almost went into their mouth, and they just like they can't do it because they have the gloves, but they just have a moment of like, ugh, just thinking about what could have happened.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys gonna go inspect the other body
Do you
right
think
now?
we have-
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well, just to get an idea. I don't think
Sure.
Rowan wants to open the cage. Like, if there's a way we can pull some limb out or something to take a look, like an arm, if we can reach. I don't want to open the damn cage. I think we have to find
Don't
a
you
key
fucking
anyway.
dare.
I don't want to.
I'm not gonna make you guys roll for it. You guys
Okay.
successfully are able to pull out a
Take a
part of the
looky.
body, yeah, and take a look. You cut it open. You find inside specifically, and using your rolls from before, you guys find specifically that this one it has the white things, but they are not moving. It is sort of hardened. So
Hmm.
you can infer from that over time the fungus dies because it does not have a host to grow off.
This one's probably been dead for a while. That's probably how he got something from it. He killed this, probably brought it in here, did whatever the fuck Orion was doing to make experiments. Maybe Father Matthew walked in on him at the wrong time.
You know, the thing Matthew, don't ask stupid questions. I really wish I had listened to some of his questions.
Well, considering that this is the closest I've ever been to a zombie and actually got to experiment on it willingly, this is more information than I've ever gained in 3 years of studying them from afar and unwillingly up close. I can't tell if this should be good news or if this just makes things worse.
I think that depends on when we find Orion.
Fair enough. And what he's planning and what he's doing.
Kirk, what are you doing, bud?
Kirk would probably be keeping an eye out of the front again, while Jennifer is checking the back, he's gonna just make sure like no one's trying to get into the house. Just making sure everyone's keeping their distance.
Sure. The only person that comes back by is one of Luke's guys, and they're coming back to fix up the fence in the back. He kind of gives you the nod, Jennifer, and is like, I got this covered.
I love that Luke has just an amorphous blob of guys. I'm picturing like sexy firemen that are just walking around and do nothing but be hot and fix fences.
Zombie Survivor Monthly. They're just sketches of each of the guys.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Luke's guys.
So he kind of gives you a nod. I think that right now, Janelle isn't really in a oh yeah, 100%. Janelle's not really in a place to lead, and Matthew is obviously. So I guess what I'm asking is, do you mind taking?
Yes. No. No, I don't mind. Yes, I will.
He nods.
I've been waiting for this day my entire life. I get to tell people what to do, and they'll actually listen.
You've that is an accurate assessment.
I'm gonna get this taken care of. I'll kind of keep an eye on people here for right now, but I think the sooner that we find Orion and figure out what the fuck is going on, the better. If you want to help organize, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Well, I think we should start with this. What time of day are we at this point?
It's
We're
evening.
gonna a long time, yeah.
Okay, let's make sure everyone's fed, and I think we should let everyone know about what happened with not all the details, but just let them know that something got in and that we're dealing with it. Maybe get some folks to extra guards near the wherever people are being housed. You know, we never really discussed that.
Probably guards near like the fencing area, just in case someone is trying to come back.
Yep. I have a plan.
I'll get Courtney to start rallying a couple people to and shifting them.
Okay.
And he looks to he kind of nods. Thanks. Waves as you walk away, if you do.
You're welcome.
Kirk, Katie has walked Janelle over to another building per Luke's ask, but she's on her way now. Caitlin is kind of kicking dirt next to you. Well,
What a yeah. This is a weird situation we're in.
How the fuck are we gonna find this guy? I mean, is he really that like pivotal to your guys' place, or?
I mean, if I could be honest, he's a great doctor, but I mean, I think we can. I just don't think what he did is good, and that he should be talked about talked to about what he's talked to about what he's done. 'Cause we can't just let him loose. Gotta stop him somehow. It's just gonna make everything worse for everyone, especially probably your group too. If your group is still out there, who knows what it'll do. So I'd rather catch him as soon as possible. I mean, I don't... Kirk knows about him going to the radio tower, right? Because Rowan and Jennifer talked about it.
Yep.
Does Rowan have any idea of why he'd go to that radio tower?
Nope.
Okay.
Rowan can speculate, but I don't think Rowan had time to share their thoughts on speculation. Just speculated at first. That's a later think. They're focusing on the now thinks.
Right. Yeah, Kirk's like, I have no idea, but like the only thing out there is the radio tower. So I don't know what he's gonna do there, but I think we should stop him before he gets there.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point that Jennifer walks up.
Hello.
Hey, any more news about what's going on?
So we're gonna get everyone together in town, feed them, and then I'm gonna chat. But you know, we need to find Orion, or well, our best guess at what's going on is that Orion left town and headed towards the radio tower. So I'm gonna gather a search party for us to head out tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, just trying to keep things business as usual. You know, when a crisis happens, people like to fall back on a routine. So we don't want to cause panic. So just going to do everything we can to make sure people feel safe and, you know, just get to the bottom of this. We'll be okay.
Feeling.
Have Rowan and Chelsea joined back?
Yeah, you guys have all convened at this point.
I think we both look a little exhausted from the information and what we had to do to what we learned. Rowan just like plops down, just ugh.
One of Luke's boyfriends comes up and
hell yeah.
Yes!
they've gotten promoted.
Yeah. He's like, we got this covered. If you guys want to go get something to eat, get everybody rounded up, all that jazz.
Yeah.
We'll bust out the caution tape, you know. So yeah, unless anybody has anything specific that they want to do, I'm gonna say that you guys are able to go eat. You give a speech you kind of get everybody gathered up, give a speech. Jennifer, is there anything of note that you do while you give your speech?
Yeah. I get up on a table, I grab everyone's attention, and I just kind of explain that Orion is missing and Father Matthew is dead, but I do not explain how. And that 2 zombies were found in Orion's workshop. And that we are going to increase security for these next few evenings while I gather a search party and head out to try to find Orion. I have been decidedly put in charge, but while I'm not in the camp, you would go to Luke, and I kind of delegate Luke to be basically in charge when we are all out to do our search. And I tell everyone who's coming, obviously, to the search, which is the 4 of us and Caitlin. I would not volunteer Katie. That would more be a discussion with Kirk if that's wanted. But I'm definitely volunteering Caitlin.
Okay.
Gotta prove your worth.
Yeah, everyone kind of
pull your weight.
Chats a little bit amongst themselves as you're talking and kind of nod and stuff like that. You see people kind of hurry to their homes that evening, but you assign a few more people to the guard watch.
Yep.
Nothing comes amiss in the night. Is there anything that you guys would like to do in the evening?
We'll take turns.
Chelsea, go ahead first, and then we'll do Rowan.
Chelsea wants to search the rest of Orion's house for her missing equipment and basically just anywhere in the compound, anywhere she hasn't checked, since there's no one to stop her from snooping now. She wants to find what was stolen and kind of regather anything that wasn't used.
Make a search check. Rowan, what would you like to do while she's rolling?
Rowan is just like trying to think throughout the night, like probably get like writing in dirt, honestly, to help them think of like what would be of note in that radio tower. Like I'm sure they probably scouted it out originally. It's like what was a note the first time, like trying to think back of what was the first time that they noted it, what would it be utilized for. Like they're just writing down a whole bunch of theories and trying to think of what would be of note at that radio tower.
Okay. Kirk?
Kirk's gonna work on his radio. Yeah, and he's gonna tell Katie how to use it as well.
Okay. Make an engineering check for me. You said 1 degree of failure. You look around, you find a couple empty things, specifically one empty morphine bag that was missing. But apart from that, you don't really find anything else that was like specifically missing. The syringes are still missing. You don't see any of the extra adhesive bandages or anything like that. Like everything that he would need in order to keep this thing, if he has it, he still has. Or at least it's not in the house. Maybe it's buried out in the woods. Who knows? Neutral. You successfully show Katie how to use the radio. And as you guys are kind of working on it, jumping back to Rowan, you kind of think back on everything. You're taking notes of everything that you've kind of noticed in the past, just making sure that you're like covering all your bases. And you're able to do that successfully.
Yeah, they just want something concrete for theories and such. If they want to try to share it with the group, they're just trying to build up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll for conspiracy. So Katie, as you're working on the radio, how long have you been working on this?
How long has he been working on it? I think I would assume the whole time.
Months. Yeah, a few months,
Yeah.
and years at this point.
Yeah,
It's been hard to find stuff for it.
A long time.
Building a ham radio is not something you just do on a whim.
Right. Yeah. A long time. I didn't know how else I'd get a hold of anyone, y'all. I didn't know. I was hoping maybe someone else had a radio signal outside of us. So, yeah, I've just been
building it to find me.
Yeah, I was.
She hugs you.
Liz, the person, cries the entire time.
I'm really glad we found you. I tried to hold out as hope as I could. Turns out that miracles do exist, which is cool. Yeah, and you see she reaches into her bag and pulls out something that looks like it's wrapped up in a small cloth, and she gives it to you.
What is this?
You open it, and I assume you open it, yes?
Oh, yeah.
And inside is your mother's watch.
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit. What was that?
It is your mother's watch.
Watch?
Yeah.
Watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, bringing my microphone a little bit closer.
You're all good. He's at a complete loss of words. But he's gonna put it on. I don't think he'd have anything that he could use that for, so other than sentimental value. And he hugs her again too, and just kind of quietly tells her It is a miracle. And it's gonna stay this way this time.
You hear the radio click to life as it was waiting online.
It's a Christmas miracle!
And it begins snowing. Piano starts playing softly.
Look, look, Kirk, every time a radio turns on, an angel gets its wings.
You hear very muffled as static is coming through. And you hear, if anyone can hear this, my name is Dr. Ryan Bailey. I am part of a group called the Obelisk. And it kind of a little bit. I believe that I've developed a cure for this plague. I'm at the Tower Mountain, just northwest of Silverton. My latitude is, and he reads off a number, 37.8572 north.
Wow, you really looked this up. That's impressive.
I did. 107.6231 west. Please hurry up. And it cuts out.
Were the rest of us back in the cabin when this happened?
I don't know, it's up to y'all, but...
I'm happy to have been. Did that fucker give away our location?
Did he? Yes, he totally... Yeah, he totally did. So now everyone with a radio has a working radio. I mean, there's a working radio up at the satellite, or at the radio. It's not radio station.
Radio tower.
Radio tower. Yeah. So
that was what I was afraid. Well, one of my theories was that I did not want to come true, but I guess it is. That fucker. I'm fine. I'm good. No, I'm not. I'm pissed.
I've never seen Rowan so pissed.
Oh no!
You hear a what sounds like a Morse code come through, and it is.
Gonna write that down.
You just see SOS essentially through it, and I would say all of you know Morse code in some way or fashion. Yeah. Jennifer, you know it from hunting. Rowan, you know it from your mother. Kirk, you know it because radio. And Chelsea, you had to learn it through your medical degree. So the night comes to a close as you all sit with that, prepared to head out in the morning. You at least know where he is now. Tower Mountain, northwest of Silverton, up into the mountains. That evening, Caitlin looks over to you, Jennifer, and kind of laughs a little bit. So, you want me to stick around, I see, volunteering me to go with you guys? Or are you just trying to get me killed? And it's kind of playful. It's not as menacing. She said, I don't know my plans.
Well, I mean, Jennifer always has a backup plan. But she goes, yeah, I mean, listen, it took me a long time to move my way up the ranks, and we could use competent people leading others to hopefully survive. It's that simple. And yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna need my lug wrench back if you want me to be competent.
Is there something I can get you that might be better than a lug wrench?
Okay, so here's the thing, right? It's not... I was able to sort of like hollow it out a bit, so it works more like a boomerang.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Boomer lug. Boomerang.
Well, makes it easier to lug it around at least.
Don't throw a wrench in this conversation, okay?
No.
I mean, I can make do with most things.
I can get it back for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
But sorry. Yeah, no, I got your back.
And I've got yours.
Okay, good night. And she turns over, like hard turns, like.
That's a little gay.
Rowan goes to bed pissed.
Rowan, that night you dream.
Great.
You are tossing and turning a little bit. Sleep doesn't come to you easily. You find yourself back in front of the optometrist. You walk towards the doors and hear crunching underneath your feet. You see as thousands of glasses are just shattered beneath you. As you continue to walk towards the door, you hear a crunch behind you and you turn. And you see Chelsea. Not human.
Oh.
Zombified, one arm missing. You couldn't save her. You watch stunned as your body kind of goes into a sleep paralysis as she shambles towards you. And with one final squelch, she goes in to bite you and you wake up.
Oh, it was a dream?
Was it a dream?
It was a dream.
Chelsea
Rowan gets up. Oh, it's just a dream. Looks to their shoulder.
Make a composure check for me, Rowan, and Chelsea, go ahead and make a composure check and roll a d100.
Fucking hell, stop making her roll shit secretly and suspiciously.
Don't tell me what to do.
I
Is
can
it
beg
two
you.
separate rolls, or is it the same roll?
2 different rolls.
Okay. I think I have okay composure.
It's a neutral, which is the first time I've rolled a neutral on a composure check.
Nice.
By 1 degree, that's a neutral.
On your composure?
On my composure.
Okay.
45 for the 100.
Okay, noted. Alrighty.
So how's
The next-
Rowan?
Yeah, how is Rowan?
Mixed. I think it's the first time everybody's seen how rough of a night they had, but they're like together. So it's like Kirk has probably seen this once before, but that was like years ago, early in their time as roommates. And probably at least for a bit, aren't looking directly at Chelsea for a hot minute, just thinking on it, but that's very short-lived. But it's kind of notable.
Okay. The next morning, you all start to get your stuff together. Kirk, you, I assume you inform everybody of your lovely little radio,
Oh yeah.
thing that you heard. You turn on the radio this morning, you don't hear anything, it's just static again. But you have a working radio, which is awesome. Good job.
Hell yeah.
What if we trick him with Morse code?
This is the U.S. government.
I'd rather he not
We're
know
sending missiles.
anyone was coming.
Fair enough.
If he doesn't know we're coming, then we can...
My thought was to lower his guard. But that's also a good point.
But we also we have no idea what he's doing, so
We have no idea if he has more of those serums as well.
exactly.
Do you think he made a cure?
I doubt it. You saw Father Matthew. I doubt that he was trying to cure anyone of anything.
Could only be part of a small... We don't know what all he was up to.
No,
I'm just wondering if one good thing comes out of this. I mean...
Chelsea, you and I saw... We dissected Matthew. We saw what we saw. I have a very strong doubt that there's any kind of cure for something like that. You don't just easily cure something like that.
Yeah, okay.
That's my thought. That's just me looking at it from my studies.
No, you're right. It's a lot.
Shit, I did it again. I'm sorry.
No,
Fuck.
no, not. I just hate to think that Orion caused so much destruction and nothing good to come of it.
Yeah, well, wouldn't be the first time we've seen people get fucked up because of this whole situation. Or act fucked up, I should say. So we going on a hunt or what?
Yep.
It's hunting season.
You see Katie walk up with backpack on her back, and she's like, "I'm ready."
Kirk, your little sister's coming with us?
Huh?
Huh. Well, okay, so let me try to get something straight. So, did he actually give the location of the town or the radio tower?
The tower.
Okay.
That's why it doesn't match. The
But
one
he
that
did say Silverton.
Devin.
That's the problem.
Yeah, he said he's from a group called, to quote, "I'm part of a group called Obelisk. I believe I developed a cure for this plague. I'm at Tower Mountain just northwest of Silverton. My latitude is blank. My longitude is blank. Please hurry."
Okay. Kirk is just kind of grab Katie by the shoulders gently, of course, and just go, "I found you once, and I don't want to lose you again. I think you're totally capable to go with us, but I think you'd be safer to stay here."
I just don't want anything to happen to you, okay? I'm much more useful with a gun than I am just sitting around playing with a yo-yo.
Is she actually good with a gun? Do we know this?
She pointed a shotgun at you guys before.
Oh,
That doesn't
she
mean
did.
anything.
True. Sorry, I saw the chat. Is she actually good with the yo-yo?
I'll be careful, I promise.
Kirk's like, just give me a couple minutes. I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes either right now.
That's not a no, it's a here are some things to consider.
Yes.
Oh, I like her.
Kirk is gonna pull Caitlin aside. And just like have her outside of the house, whatever, where Katie's not around.
Sure.
And just go like, Katie was obviously on runs with you. Is she capable of doing this, or was she just another body for you?
She was, I mean, that was her first run. So, but, I mean, she's been in training since she was 14 with our group. So it's not like she doesn't know how to defend herself. I just don't know how much it's been in practice. You know?
Right.
So she can shoot straight on a training field. And I mean, to her credit, she pointed a gun at you guys and you were living, so
Yeah, I'm thankfully she didn't shoot us.
she's been taught not to. We were gonna take your shit, but you know.
Thanks. So just, what are your thoughts? Would she put us in more harm than good, if we took her with? because you've seen, I have seen her before this. I think she could, but I have no idea what, I know some traumas that she's dealt with. No idea how that's affected her now. So you're the best judge of character.
Bring her with. Worst case scenario, she covers our asses. Give her something that's not a gun. That way she doesn't accidentally shoot one of us if something does go awry.
Oh, and speaking of which, Chelsea, could you give your lug wrench back to Caitlin, please? She's fashioned it into something of a boomerang.
So when I throw it again, I won't lose it this time since it was mine to begin with.
I'm not going to get in between the two of you. You can sort that out yourselves.
Well, it's staying with me for now. I've lost enough.
It always comes back to you.
Well, the lug wrench should.
Exactly.
Kirk will go back and he'll tell Katie that she's coming. She's coming with, as long as she wants to.
I want to.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, I guess we'll just load everyone up with the weapons that we have, and then he's gonna suggest Katie not take a gun. But whatever else she's trained in is fine.
She will take a bat.
Hey, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Like brother, like sister.
You see her kind of pull on her baseball cap that is yours, and it just looks a little bit more menacing. Caitlin looks longingly at the lug wrench, but she doesn't want to get into it with you, Chelsea. So she'll take a makeshift weapon as well. Cool. And you guys begin your trek into the mountains. For the sake of time, we're going to speed up a little bit. You guys walk for a good, the better half of a half a day before you get to about, I would say 1,000 feet up, or a little over, whatever the base is, because Colorado is above sea level, 1,000 feet above that. So you guys start hiking. Go ahead and make endurance for me.
Endurance. I don't think
Chelsea,
do an
it's your time to shine, babe.
It's my time to shine.
Come
I
on.
didn't take 5 levels in swimmer just to fuck this up. Maybe I did.
What the actual fuck? God fucking damn it!
Yo, 2 degrees of success.
I'm gonna roll
1 degree of failure.
Neutral.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
4 degrees of failure for Rowan.
Yeah,
For some
Katie
fucking reason.
didn't do too great either.
Getting the bows out now.
I'm the survivalist. How am I winded?
Yeah, you guys are all a little tired. It's taking you a little bit longer than normal. As you do continue to walk, it's just going to take you longer. So it gets later in the day. It's probably about mid-afternoon. Now probably 1 or 2 in the afternoon before you guys get up to a good level. As you guys are walking across, you notice that the snow is starting to get a little bit more icy, specifically. So you guys can take your time and be careful with that. Everybody go ahead, and make a spot listen check.
I'm spotting and or listening. Oh, that's
Why?
good.
Why?
Oh, safe.
Yeah, it's a neutral for me. I'm gonna keep it at a neutral.
Actually, Kirk's gonna. I haven't used any of my competency points yet. We'll make it 2 degrees of success.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saving mine for my last one for this.
Oof. So that means we gained what? We didn't spend any of our survival points at the camp, by the way.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say you guys are probably gonna lose 8 of those just from the gear that you picked up. If there's
Okay.
anything that specifically that you wanted to pick up from the armory, you have free reign to do so now.
Is there dynamite?
Sir.
Boom goes the
Yeah,
dynamite. Oh
sure.
boy.
I would like some of that, please.
Okay. So that'll put you at, yes, dear.
Chelsea would have wanted to look for grenades too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say between the two of you,
yeah.
you guys, it'll cost you an extra 5, but we'll say that between Caitlin and Katie's weapons, any other things that you guys want to grab, and dynamite and grenades, I'll say you have 2 grenades and you have a little bunch of dynamite that you can
A
use.
little bunch.
Just
Anything
a little
else?
bunch.
Anything else you guys want to grab?
Some snacks.
Okay, you successfully grab some snacks.
Let's go. Fruit leathers for the win. Something you can make easily in a zombie apocalypse. If you have fruit, I guess.
It was good. Your preservatives are good. You guys have a little farm.
Yeah. Tomato leathers.
It's Luke and the boys' project. And
It's their little project.
just their little project. So yeah, you guys successfully get there. The spot listen. Can you hold up your numbers again for me? I'm so sorry. 2, 2, 2. All right. So the 3 of you, Chelsea, you're getting a little winded as you're walking up. It is tiresome to climb the mountain. You're still keeping up with most of the group, but you're exerting a lot of energy doing so. The 3 of you, however, notice as there is just some rushing of water nearby, and you guys start to hear the sounds of what is a river right before you see it, and it is blocking your path. There is a bridge that you guys see, but as you get a little bit closer, there is, it looks like it is partially washed out.
Okay.
Could any of those survival points have bought us some wood?
There's trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Chap them down.
No axe, though.
You left the Axe body spray at home. I'm sorry.
Hit it with the lug wrench. Thwack.
The thing is, machetes are usable for doing that, but I wouldn't be able to cut through any of the thicker trees is the problem.
Do you have rope in your camping kit?
My reconnaissance kit does have rope in it. And camo netting, it looks like. It's a start. What else do I have? Wait, nope, I lied. I have a survival gear, and that it's an axe in it.
Okay, so you're spending one of your kits in order to have an axe?
Well, okay, hold on. How the fuck did he get there?
What were you gonna say, Laura?
I was gonna say you guys can have rope. That's a
Okay.
feasible thing. That'll cost one of your kits still, but
I'm gonna look around first if there was any indication of like how someone like Orion might have done it, or if there's any sign of like the bridge being tampered with, or did it just get washed away with time?
sure. Make a search.
Got at that question.
Make a search check for me.
I'm gonna use volunteer.
Go ahead and make a search check as well.
I didn't help.
I'm gonna spend my last competence point to make that a degree of success.
Okay. It has been tampered with. As you get close, you see that there is it does not look like it's a natural break. It is clear that some of it was fucked with and then jostled loose and has since floated down the river.
Orion didn't want us to follow him.
As you're searching, you do notice that there's some tracks in the snow too. That's how you've been kind of following up the path.
There you are, fucker. Okay. Yeah, no, he fully anticipated we might catch on to him at some point. He's intending to stay up there.
But I mean, like, who? Kirk is just trying to think of like if there would have been any other way, like. Sorry.
My chair has been breaking lately. Don't mind me. Yeah, we're good.
Your life just flashed before your eyes.
It did. It did.
Oh, there goes an arm.
Because why would he do that if there were other people? Like, if he was wanting people to go to the tower.
He's probably trying to weaken them because it's probably a trap. That's where my mind is going. As Devin, the player, not as Jennifer. Jennifer is lost.
Roll credits.
But yeah, I think rope is our best choice to try to get across if we can.
Sounds good.
How deep how much of the bridge has fallen into the river?
You find a stick, and it's probably about 8 feet deep.
Shit, and this water's freezing at this point.
Oh, 100%. You could try to jump.
How wide?
I would say it's probably... around 13 to 15 feet. I don't know how much a long jumper can do, typically, so that's my guess.
My jump isn't the strongest.
I was like, mine isn't either. I don't think we should try to test it.
Pretty good swimmer, but that only accounts for me and not the rest of you.
Also, the water, again, is freezing and is in a river. You're also missing an arm.
Yeah. Thanks.
I feel like that precludes you from a lot of physical activities.
Why don't we try, and Katie kind of chirps up a little bit. Why don't take the polar plunge? Why don't we use the rope and try to pull one of the, like, weaker trees down and use that as a bridge?
Smart kid.
Probably that combined with the axe and your survival gear might get us some pretty good chances.
Yeah.
If we
Sounds
all,
like
I say if we all pull, we might be able to do it. There's at least 6 of us, so
Yeah. And I can cut away any of the weaker branches to not give us false hope with the machete. That way we won't have to accidentally step on one and fall into the river.
awesome.
Yeah.
We'll do that. That's a great idea. Good job, child.
My name's Katie.
That was Gabby saying that. Rowan's not that robotic.
All right, who's good at tying knots? Caitlin says, looking at Jennifer.
Why would you look at me for that?
I don't know. You seem to do most other things. So.
I can tie a cherry stem into a knot, but
that is so not helpful.
All right. Fontana.
Hey, you remembered. Good job.
Burn Tanner.
Yeah, no, Rowan will, Rowan goes into survivalist mode.
All right,
we'll start
roll
for that.
Roll for not.
I will not. Okay.
You will not. Go ahead and make a lift and pull check.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Phooey. That's a degree of failure.
You tie not your best, but you put a good effort in.
Dang. Am I able to at least give it a little yank, or does that not work very well?
You give it a yank. It holds. All right. And Katie goes over and grabs one end of the rope.
All right. I'm gonna keep heaving.
This is like the you said that they did this at like Greek Week or something like that, and she looks at Kirk.
No. Yeah, nothing like this. just pull. Just pull. Don't need to talk about it.
Just
3, 2,
pulling.
1, heave. All right, everybody, make a straight strength check for me.
Let's go.
Just
Are we
strength?
trying to beat the score? Or like be under the score? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, under the score. It works the same way as your other skills.
2 points of success. God damn it, all of you.
Hold on, sorry. It's a big number. I think it's like 6 degrees of failure, even though we don't go up that high.
Oh God!
I'm gonna roll for the integrity of the rope.
If I get crushed.
Hope you got more rope.
All right, so you all give it a good old pull, and you hear a jostle of the tree. The rope does not snap off, but the tree doesn't move very much. I'm gonna allow you guys to do one more pull. You can choose to do lift and pull or strength.
So I'm curious if Jennifer could help them pull back, but then hold it in place, because hold is my best skill.
Sure, you can roll for hold.
Yay!
You were the anchor on the Greek.
Oh, God damn it!
It would have been worse if I did just strength. So just.
I'm gonna use 3 competency points to just get me a neutral.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Stop dying.
All right, I'm gonna buy those 5 off of you guys.
Okay.
Because your sister and Caitlin were not much help. So, you guys.
Why am I not
Literally-
surprised?
Rowan's literally pulling the weight here.
You pull, and you pull, and you heave, and you pull, and you hear as the tree falls. You guys all run out of the way. I'm gonna give you enough competence to do that.
You're so generous.
Yay!
I'm a benevolent god. So, you get a tree down. Good job. Now what?
Gonna have to figure out how we can leverage it. Are there any like large enough like rocks or stones or anything like that that we can use to like guide the tree across?
Yes.
Dope. I want to use
I'm gonna
those.
say after a little bit of and with the help of Kirk specifically because of jury rig, I'm gonna say you're able to get this thing across to build a makeshift bridge.
Fuck yeah. Rowan will volunteer to go first to test it and make sure things go smoothly.
Go ahead.
And probably suggest we go one at a time.
Sure. Make a climb check for me.
I'm good at those.
Also make a composure check too.
Which order?
Climb first.
Okay.
And that'll determine if you need to add a level of difficulty or a difficulty die. What'd you get?
So my climb percentage is 56. I rolled a 99.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's 4 degrees of failure on the climb check.
All right.
And it's a composure check?
Yep.
This is where Rowan dies.
Add a difficulty die for me.
Of course. Oh, hey, that's good. Oh, wait, but then... Oh, shit. Wait, I rolled a 6 on the
It
die.
explodes.
It's okay. It's composure check. I'm good at composure, and I rolled really low. Oh, boy. So, thankfully, that brought my 5 degrees of success only to 4 degrees of success.
All right.
So I rolled really well.
You start to walk across, and you slip slightly at one point, catching yourself, you kind of, and you slowly make your way the rest of the way across. You don't fall into the water.
Thank God.
If the rest of you would like to do that, you may.
Or maybe
Fall into the water? No, we're good.
Probably a smarter way would probably have been crawling on it, but you know, Rowan lives dangerously apparently.
Live life on the edge. Make your climb checks.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Could I argue balance for this?
You may. Probably should have made you roll that instead.
That doesn't matter for
I
me.
still would have succeeded, but only 1 degree. Oh no, not on the balance. No, I would have failed worse on the balance. Never mind.
Ooh, it's right on the money.
No! Chelsea!
No arm having ass.
That was a 97.
Bye, Chelsea. It was
She's
really
a
nice
good
having you.
swimmer, okay.
Go ahead and make a composure check, Chelsea. Kirk and Jennifer, you are able to make it across, as do Caitlin and Katie.
Oh, thank God. Chelsea's going down. She's yelling timber.
"Ah!"
Oh,
She's yelling river.
I'm going.
That's a neutral. It was
I've got
almost
no
a success.
All right. You said it was neutral?
It's neutral.
Okay. You start to make your way across with the 5 degrees of failure that you got. I am going to say that you do slip fully. You catch yourself, but your feet are dangling over. You're going to have to make a lift and pull check in order to get yourself back up. You just barely got yourself up. Unfortunately, I'm also going to add a degree of difficulty. Because,
Wait. Go ahead.
Just because you have 1 arm. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Can I ask someone to hold my ankles, and I'm gonna try to like lay prone to pull
Rowan volunteers immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Kirk will
assume I'm
hold
also
your
lifting and
ankles.
pulling.
You got 2 people holding your ankles.
You can
Yeah, it's not good, I will say.
you can roll a. I'm gonna have you roll a. You can do lift and pull or grapple. It's up to you.
Me?
and Kirk, yes, whatever you want to choose.
It's 2 degrees of success either way.
Okay. Kirk, I'm gonna say you're gonna do lift and pull because you're trying to pull her up.
And Rowan is too.
Yeah, I'm doing that too.
Okay. Because Kirk has volunteered, I'm gonna let you roll for it, but you are able to hold Jennifer steady.
You said
Mhm.
lift,
Rowan.
pull.
Yeah.
Please tell me you
We're
rolled
losing.
really well.
No, I did not.
You have any of those competency points?
I do.
No.
I do have competency points. I don't know if that can help with volunteer.
It's not worth it. I will say, because it doesn't detriment Jennifer. It just you don't get any additional.
Okay.
Rowan, you
Don't take it out on the cat.
It's okay. She can handle it. She's fine.
Jennifer, you go to pull up Chelsea, and you get a grip on her for a second, but the water keeps splashing up a little bit, and it's catching you up. I'm gonna have you make 1 more lift and pull check by yourself to try to get her up.
Okay.
If you fail, she slips.
Don't-
I rolled a 1.
Let's
Yeah!
So that's 3 degrees of success.
It's something.
Jennifer with the just determination of just like, motherfucker, you're not going down. You grab her,
Yelling timber.
you pull, and you get another hand on her, and you just
Yeah.
like, yank her ass up out of the water.
I'm just going like, it's okay. I got you. I've got you.
Yeah, I fucking hope so, because that was cold as shit. Get me to the other side right now.
We got you.
She's the leader of the bunch. You know her well.
I don't know. Cheers.
J.M. Jennifer McIntosh.
Go, Jen.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
So you get
And then there's Chelsea. She's dead.
No, we got 30 minutes. Wait.
Maybe. We'll see.
You pull her out, and you are able to kind of catch your breath for a moment. That was really scary. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just really fucking pissed at Orion now, because if you had just left the goddamn bridge up, then... Oh, I want to kick his ass.
It's okay. We'll get to do that soon. You can kick his ass. I can go ahead and stab him in the ass with my machete if you want.
That'd be great. Let him know how it feels.
Okay.
The
No
science
time
kids,
like the present.
The science kids grew a very quick, morbid sense of humor somehow in the span of 24 hours.
You guys head forward up the mountain and continue to traverse. I'm gonna have you guys make an additional endurance check for me. And I'm gonna have a difficulty die added because you are losing air as you're going into higher altitude.
I have to stop using these fucking dice.
Oh, your difficulty dice made it go from a neutral to 1 degree of failure.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait, we have to.
And
add
I rolled a
difficulty dice,
1
you
on the
said?
difficulty die.
We're adding a difficulty die. You said.
Oh no. Yeah, because it's you're gaining altitude.
It's 5 degrees of failure.
These are endurance checks?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was close.
I rolled a 6 with the difficulty dice.
No, I rolled a 94, and then the die I rolled exploded. It's like, what the fuck is the point? It's already shit.
It's 112. Alrighty. So I could buy all the rest. Nah.
I
You guys-
refuse.
You guys head up into the mountains and it's taking much longer. It is now evening. The sun has begun to set. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say you have flashlights. And you see the radio tower. There's a blinking red light at the top of it that pulsates ever so slightly. Kirk, you hear the rumble of a small generator at the bottom of it, clearly giving this place power. There's nobody in sight. Off to the side, you see that there is a little shed that has a sort of flickering light on inside of it. You can only assume that there's a lantern left in there. Through the door, you specifically see a stack of firewood, but you can't see anything else beyond that. Beyond the small little shack to the side, you do see that there is a little building. It just looks to be like a outdoor shower. And you see a long staircase that cascades up the side of this radius.
You got cut out a lot there, Alora.
You see a long staircase that cascades up the side of the radio tower.
Okay. There's a light in the, you said small house or cabin or something like that. There's like a flickering light over there indicating that someone's probably in there now.
You see there's a lamp, but you don't see any movement or anything. It's not a very big building. The windows are open. Like, they're not like actual windows. They're just like cut out.
Got it. Okay.
And stuff like that. You just see that it looks to be like an oil lamp that was left in there. Because that's safe.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent forest fires, kids.
So
Okay.
where would he have had to send that? Because I don't know how radio towers work.
So there's a big cabin at the top of the
Okay.
radio tower. But you can see the antenna at the top that's blinking. It's clear that the generator is fueling that cabin up there.
He's probably upstairs.
Yeah, how do we want to do this?
I am whispering all this.
Oh yeah.
Have you turned off your flashlights?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rowan would say, like, I can try to find a way to sneak over to the cabin there just to confirm that it is empty, at least. Do my best to avoid any of the leaking light in case he's looking down. But I just want to confirm he's not in there.
I'm taking my
sounds good.
shotgun out. Chook chook.
Make a stealth check, Rowan, if you're trying to get over to that little side place.
I'm not using these dice because these dice have been fucking me over. Which dice have been nice to me? None of them have been that nice to me tonight. You said stealth?
Mm-hmm.
Let me check my hold on, let me check some of my gear, my kits real quick. What do I have? What could help me? I have binoculars from my reconnaissance gear, my GPS map, paracord. Oh, paracord. Okay, fuck it. We're just gonna sneaky sneak. That's a neutral.
Okay.
Could
You
be
sneak-
worse.
You sneak
But it's in the
over.
snow, right? Snow's quiet.
Yeah. You head over to the thing and you check inside, and you don't see anything inside. You do see a small desk that has some paper strewn about it. You see a how-to of Morse code. You see there's see the stack of firewood, as well as some gas cans.
This dude's been hogging all the resources. But no, you said no one in there? No cot that someone would be laying in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gonna make my way back, and it's like, okay, no one in there. He's definitely got to be up in the tower.
Then let's go.
All right.
Everybody make stealth check.
We're being sneaky.
Actually, that was 1 degree of success for me. Actually.
Actually.
Oh, buddy.
Sorry, it takes so
I'm
long.
Pushing dice.
Yeah, I had to. Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
That's okay, because I'm gonna buy those off of you. Rather, I'm gonna buy 5 of those off of you. Keep 2. But that'll put me up to 20, and that's okay because he doesn't hear you because he rolled like shit.
Yay for rolling like shit.
So, you guys stealthily head up. Katie is right behind Jennifer. What's the marching order?
Ooh.
I'm like smack dab in the middle
I was thinking
with my
getting
gun.
closer to the front.
Okay.
Machete out.
Kirk was also thinking close to the front, but have Katie behind, Jennifer.
So, Rowan, Kirk,
yeah.
Chelsea, where you at?
I guess in front of Caitlin, if Caitlin's gonna hold up the rear. I don't want
With the
shit coming
boomerang.
up behind me. We'll make Caitlin be in the back.
right. So
Last
it
place
is-
like usual.
So it is Rowan, Kirk,
Me.
Jennifer, Katie, Chelsea, Caitlin. All right, you guys sneak upstairs. The windows, the boards to the surrounding cabin are all shut, so you can't see inside. Go ahead and make a spot listen check for me.
I was just about to ask.
Oh, let's go. I keep rolling the 30 and then a low on the second digit, which is great for me.
These dice are at least not making me roll horrendously.
Hey.
Nice.
We've spotted and listened.
Awesome.
We spotted that. Listen.
Yeah, so you guys listen in, and you don't hear anything specific until you do. No. You hear
Ow.
a shriek.
What kind of shriek?
Like a manly shriek or like a...
Like a or like a
You hear like a howling, ghoulish shriek.
Does it sound like Toad? Is it like the Toad scream? Because that's what I'm hearing right now.
No, it's very much like, imagine like a whistle from a train. Like,
Ooh, shit.
it's eerie as fuck. And this is where I would normally say roll initiative, but we're gonna go into intent. So you hear it from inside as there is just a against the door, and you actually see, as its hand just goes through, you see the edges of a lab coat and these long, sharp fingernails of this thing. Its jaw is very much similarly to how it unhinged its jaw at you, but this is sort of like in a state where it's like almost
Oh my god, you were right. It
elongated.
is a super zombie.
Called this shit.
Elongated, and it's just shrieking at you. You hear you hear it scream. I need everybody to make a composure check as you do.
Okay. You were so right about your theory about super zombie.
Listen, as a Last of Us fan.
I hate that I'm getting the good rolls right now because that means when I'm in combat, it's going to be bad. Also, I was going to make the joke. We heard Cure over the radio. Are you sure he didn't say, I found a curse to the plague? He did the opposite. He turned himself into the lizard.
Nice.
5 degrees of success. Dang.
Kirk, you
I
lose
rolled
your
a
shit.
9. I rolled a 9.
Yeah.
You drop hold on, let me double check.
How many survival points is that out of
I
curiosity?
think it's
Oh, it's
2.
quite a few.
Was it?
It was 5,
2,
2,
Oh.
8.
so
So
3.
4.
Oh.
8 minus 4 is 4.
You're correct. You're correct. I'm just math wrong. Also, I am dropping a full 20 risk, by the way. Just so
Fuck
you know.
you.
What?
It's a super
Oh,
duper
fine.
zombie.
It's a
It's
super.
a super duper. Thank you, Rose. Thank you so much, Rose. I love you so much, Rose. We've been
Alright.
so on point together. It's
We're in
great.
sync tonight.
Kirk, I'm gonna have you roll a d4 for me.
Oh no.
Oh, Kirk, a D4?
Or roll a d6 if you don't have a d4 on you.
Yeah, I was
Or
like,
I
oh, okay.
can. Or I can if you'd like.
Sure.
The odds are even situation.
Oh. You drop 3 competency points, Kirk. Not
Okay.
competency.
Shit.
Not competency.
The,
sorry.
yeah, I know what you're
Wow.
reading. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh my god.
And who was in front? Rowan? Make a dodge
Hi.
check.
Me, a balance check? Oh fuck.
Dodge.
Dodge.
Oh, dodge. Oh. Ooh.
He has a lug wrench. Watch out.
He'll break your knees.
It'll bust your kneecaps. What does that put you at morale-wise, Kirk?
Need 2.
Okay.
Need 2.
2.
That's 3 degrees of failure on my dodge
Alright.
check.
And it's going to make a scratch attack at you.
I was
Cool.
say I have comp points that I've been holding on to for the end of tonight. Can I mitigate that into a neutral?
You may. Good idea. All right, intent phase. We're going to start from the top. Chelsea, what would you like to do?
I think hold until she can get a better position. I mean, she's in the back. She wasn't a heavy hitter to begin with, let alone down a limb. So I think she's gonna probably pull out the lug wrench, get ready to chuck, but she's gonna hold until she has a better target.
Okay. Kirk?
Kirk is losing his shit.
Mm-hmm.
These stairs are not going to be that wide. They're probably only like one person.
Mm-hmm. This is not a great place to fight something like this.
Yeah. Kirk is just going to suggest that we head back down. Because there's no way we can fight it here.
Okay.
All right.
That's all he does, so it's just a suggestion, so you don't have to follow it. It's
Jennifer?
bad we're running, that's true.
Jennifer?
Can you... I need a little bit of help. First of all,
Sure.
are we inside or outside? Because I heard him busting through a door, so I'm a little confused.
You are outside. They, the way that radio towers are typically set up is that there's like a little porch on the outside of it that goes around, and then it breaks obviously where the stairs are. The door, all the boards are down for the windows, so like those are covering the windows, but the door was closed. It's hand pushed through the door, which is not too far out where the stairs are, and it's just trying to swipe through and get through the door.
Oh,
I will say Jennifer has never seen get through the door to the outside. Let me clarify. Jennifer, you've never seen anything like this one.
A radio tower like this?
A zombie like this.
Oh, I'm so confused. Yeah, that much was obvious. I'm going to shout for folks I'm going to agree with Kirk, like, yeah, we got to run. I'm going to try to buy us some time, and I'm going to shoot at the door once Rowan gets out of the way.
Okay.
So I guess hold, but then shoot. I don't need to make a hold check if you don't like that ruling, but just wait until Rowan moves out of the way.
No, I think that makes sense. Okay. So you're going to have 2 speed dice.
Okay.
You're going to roll to hold, and then you're going to roll to shoot.
Okay.
So that'll be a melee something.
Would it not be a firearm long gun?
It'll be a firearm. Thank you. Sorry, I don't have the skills up in front of me at the moment.
Good.
Rowan, what would you like to do?
This thing almost went for me. It's just a hand that's broken through the door still, looking like it's trying to reach for something. Is that right?
For now?
Honestly, my first instinct, try to fucking cut off its arm. Give it one less limb. And then I would back up, and I want to try to literally half making this on purpose, disarm it.
Okay. Alrighty. So you go ahead and make you'll have 2 speed dice. Actually, you'll have 1 speed dice, sorry. And you will make a melee slashing check for me.
And you said 1
and the
speed
rest
die?
of,
okay.
Yeah, and the rest of you are running down the stairs.
Yeah, because I'm gonna slash and then get at least behind Jennifer.
Okay, so that'll be
behind.
Yeah. That'll be 2 speed dice then if you're trying to move too.
That's fine.
Okay, everybody roll
Chelsea
your speed dice for me.
is holding. I just want to note that she's not running.
Okay, so roll a hold check then. 3 for your speed dice.
Yep.
Okay.
Got a 1 and 2.
8 for my speed.
Okay.
And just so I don't forget, I rolled 1 success on hold and 2 successes for firearm.
Okay. What was your speed dice, Chelsea?
You didn't give me one.
1. Sorry. You'll have 1 speed dice. My bad. That was my mistake.
Oh, sorry. I
3.
didn't. You didn't also tell me either.
You're running, so you'll have 1.
Oh, okay, so I lied about the numbers I was holding up. Hold on.
Okay. So
1.
Okay.
Nice.
So you go first. You
Kirk's
book it
out of there.
downstairs. Kirk's gone. With that freak out, that definitely helps. Katie and Caitlin both head after you. Are also running down the stairs. You, the zombie, and Rowan, Chelsea all got 3. So I'm gonna let you guys go first, and then it'll go.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make my slash attack on the zombie. I'm just gotta double check my.
And you said neutral for your hold check. Is that correct, Chelsea?
Yep.
You successfully hold.
Does that give an extra degree of success on the... Okay, I wasn't
That's
sure if
how-
neutrals counted.
Nope, you're good. That's how we rolled it.
Okay.
That's gonna be 2 degrees of failure for the attack. Yeah, 2 degrees.
You watch as it sort of reaches out to swipe at you, Rowan, and it recoils its hand as you being in front of the door. You actually see it. It runs back, and you can actually see the distorted face of Dr. Orion Bailey through the door, and it runs at full speed back towards the door, and it is going to try to break through the door and get at you again.
Get at me. Okay, sure.
Yeah, you're right in front of the door.
Nope, that's fair. I'm just double checking.
Okay.
Trip.
So it runs full speed. It gets to the door. It hits the door. See if it breaks it.
Please be a strong door.
Please be a weak ass zombo.
This door is made out of adamantine.
Yes.
You fucking wish, wouldn't you?
We can dream.
You can dream.
I dream a door so strong.
All right. It is going to. Oh. It busts through the door.
Shit. Bye, everybody.
You hear
Body.
as the door breaks down. You see wood fly everywhere. I'm going to say that it is technically going to try to tackle you. Jennifer,
Mhm.
I'm going to let you go ahead and make your attack now
Okay.
if you would like to. But that does not mitigate the tackle that is going to happen unless you kill it in one go.
That's fine. How many dice am I rolling? I got 1 success on the hold and 2 successes on the firearm. And I have a +1 in long gun for my training value bonus. I don't know what
So-
that does.
So that'll be a +1 to your damage.
Okay.
But you'll roll 3 dice.
3 dice.
Exploding dice.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping
Dice.
for. Yep, I got 1. Okay. 1 explosion. Give me another. Nope. That's pretty good though. That's 20 points plus the 1 from my training value bonus.
20 points of damage.
Plus the 1 from my training value is a 21.
21.
Did that actually do it?
I doubt it, but you know.
She has this look on her face.
Hold on.
Oh,
Has this
Did
look on her
Jennifer
face.
too close to the sun?
Jennifer's efficient, all right? I've never had to attack a zombie
She's
more than once.
Been girl bossing real hard today.
Yeah. Maybe I'm deaf now because I shot a shotgun. I don't know.
Maybe I'm deaf. You shot it in my ear.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we both get hard of hearing.
I'm getting flashbacks to this. I did a Savage Worlds game once, and I threw dynamite and it exploded 3 times. So I got like 30 or something like that on the damage. It was awesome.
My cat is also trying to roll some
Okay.
dice as well, it seems.
He's alive, damn it. Oh my god! But it's still alive.
No.
Oh. But there's another one.
But the momentum from it running is still going to hit Rowan.
Oh, jeez.
I had to look it up if that would stop the momentum or not.
We're ragdolling. The zombie is
Oh.
ragdolling.
It's probably gonna drag me down over the edge.
No!
There's a
shit.
Rowan, make a dodge check.
Fuck.
You wouldn't happen to have any competency points, would you?
I have 3. But
I
don't know
also
if I can
have
give
3.
those.
But y'all all ran. Well, Chelsea didn't run, but...
You said this is dodge?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing about my dodge. It's a 29%.
Oh.
That is at least 3 degrees of 3 degrees of failure.
I would like to neutralize.
Okay.
I had 3 comp points left.
Okay.
I rolled a 65.
Oh my god, buddy.
You didn't run, Chelsea, right?
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna take some creative liberty here, okay?
Oh, God.
You see this thing. You see Rowan's eyes go wide as Dr. Bailey starts to rush towards the door. The door bursts into a bunch of pieces. The gun goes off, and so does everything in your mind as you sprint forward and you just shove Rowan out of the way. You see as this thing goes to hit you, the gun goes off, hits it straight in the head, just as the blood goes everywhere, and it bursts through the railing and starts to topple down. And you just see it hit the ground below you. I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Yep, there it is. 36.
What does it mean?
Doesn't mean.
What does it mean?
I was his daughter the entire time.
Y'all, I was so close. That was so close to being real bad for Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
What a heroic way to die.
You successfully have killed Dr. Orion Bailey. You head into the tower and you find papers strewn about like a madman, covering the walls. You see string connecting string. There's photographs of bodies, rib cages. You see there's just viral sort of samples in little jars that look like the preservative jars that you guys have taken back at camp. You see that there is an eyeball in one of them on one of the shelves, as well as a brain and it's not until you move the curtain on one of the windows, on one of the boards for the windows, that you see that there's just a drawn diagram of the board, and you see it's actually in blood. As you go over to the desk, you see there is a small notebook that details his journey through this, how he was so sure he found a cure and found a way to mutate the virus to the point where it would allow the body to move past the infection and to actually thrive off of it. Whether or not there was any sort of cohesion in his mind, all of that's gone now with him dying. But as far as you could tell, there wouldn't be anything. You take a second to breathe. Chelsea, you look around and you find your missing medical supplies. But you do feel sicker.
We were too late.
All of the paperwork, and Chelsea just becomes frantic. And she is just, at one point, she shoves everything off the desk.
Whoa.
Any vials, any of it just shatters.
Shit.
And she is just cursing out the corpse that is now below them on the tower. Just all of this. I lost all of that for you. You couldn't even find a goddamn curtain.
Chelsea.
I'm fucked. I'm so fucked.
Chelsea, what's wrong? No. No. You feel it, don't you?
I'm sorry. I thought it would work. I thought we had it. I thought.
No, this was my fault. I used a fucking machete that had fucking the blood on it. That
I was already bitten.
Are you sure that's what you're feeling? It can't be.
She's the only one who would fucking know.
Yeah.
She knows for sure.
I thought he might have made it. I thought there might be a cure. I really did. I really fucking did.
Let me see your armor. Let me just check.
Don't touch me.
I.
And she is backing away.
Kirk is just gonna stop her and be like, "Hey, how do you want to go? On your terms. We're doing this your way. Whatever it is, we'll do it."
Oh.
He was absolutely crazy. And none of this can get out. None of it. Because if someone else thinks the same thing and they find what he did, you all need to go. You need to get out of the tower. And she pulls out from her coat an 8-ball. A grenade inside that she has had on her person. You need to go.
Jennifer starts packing things up and puts the shotgun on her back, and starts kind of corralling like Caitlin and Katie out, and is just gonna say, "We will remember you." And I'm sorry.
Don't let it happen to anyone else.
We won't. Kirk is also gonna... He's just gonna put a hand on her shoulder. I know he said didn't want to be touched, but just on the non-infected part, and just... just leave.
Rowan is still... Rowan's the last to leave. We just discovered things. We could have fucking studied more. Figured it out.
Don't look. Because you'll end up like that. You'll end up like me, and I... Don't go looking for cures that don't exist. I just want all of you to live.
We're going to. And they will start as they're backing up. Thank you at least for saving my life one last time.
That's what nurses are supposed to do, right? Save lives.
Oh.
It's what good friends do. And they'll close the door behind them to give her privacy. And they have like a moment when they close the door and briefly see the spot of the broken railing that was almost their fate. And they start to follow down with the rest. This is the most somber I think Rowan has ever looked, ever felt. Yeah.
Once Chelsea's friends are out of the radio tower, and she was watching out of one of the windows to make sure they were a good distance away, in quick succession, she pulls the 3 grenades that she had on her.
Wow.
You hear it before you see it. There's a loud explosion, and you see a blaze of smoke and fire pour out from the sides as the tower collapses. Thankfully, it is far enough away from the trees that it won't cause any issues or anything like that. And you say goodbye to your friend, but not in vain. For you will survive. And that is where we're going to end.
Oh, fuck.
Ugh.
What an
Wow.
amazing ending, y'all. That was...
It went out with a bang.
Too soon.
Whoa.
That hurt my feelings.
Wow.
I'm sad.
Excellent job, everyone.
Hey, kudos to Alora, everybody. Come
Yes.
on.
Yes.
What a great GM.
Well, thank you guys so much for playing in my game. I'm glad we got to story together.
Hey, Laura, I love you so much. Fuck you. I love you so much. Fuck you.
Alrighty, well, I want to make sure that these folks can get some rest and to get to bed and everything and decompress a little bit before it is too terribly late. So we're going to go ahead and do the giveaways.
Woo.
Yes.
If you are still in chat and have not entered them, please make sure that you type !gimme into the chat and enter yourself into those giveaways. Please do that now.
If anybody needs to, like, I don't know, watch an episode of Bluey or something to, like, hurt, I think I'm instituting a new rule that when we play horror games or have sad games, we watch one episode of Bluey just to bring it back up a little bit.
Sure.
Yes, you already entered, so if you're good. All right, so we're gonna close entries in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is closed. Which dice set do you want to give away first? We've got our D6 pack, or the Alessia Cosmos set, the red sparkles.
Let's do our D6 pack first, and then we will give away our bonus set.
Let me hold on. It's very important that I turn on our zombie for the raffle. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I got really distracted. Which one are we doing?
We're doing
The
the
D6s.
All right, so the D6
the
pack.
Nocturne.
45 little pretty dice. Have them in my hand right now. All right. The winner is Not
Mothman.
Yeah.
You are
Shiny
the
D6s.
proud owner of Nocturne and Viridian Vanguard D6 pack with its own little case. It's very pretty. I'll get your shipping information, get that to you. And then our final set, courtesy of Die Hard Dice being so kind as to give us an extra set. So this is like special bonus set. The Alessia Cosmos Deimos set. They're named after different planets and moons and stuff. Goes to
Yeah!
Yay, Abby!
All right. So, we'll be reaching out for your shipping information. We'll get those out this week, as well as our uninked Holly set. So we've got 3 sets of dice that'll be shipping out this week, and hope you guys enjoy them. And thank you so much for watching. And hey, players and Alora, thank you so much for letting me run the game for you. I've had a good time.
To think that this would have been a double player character death if
Could have been a TPK.
I mean, but no, if I had failed on that dodge, like another degree of that dodge roll, Rowan would have been gone, and Chelsea probably still would have been hit with zombification. We would have had a double death.
Oh no,
that would have been cool.
Well, thank you. Indeed, that would have been cool. Maybe in the sequel. Who knows? Thank you guys so much again for playing. Thank you guys so much again for watching. If you want to see more from the Nerdsmith Network, be sure to tune in tomorrow for the return of the Dragon's Crown, run by our dear Franz. Gabby is in it, playing John Lambden.
Total dumbass.
Really awesome. They've got some super fun and super spooky stuff coming up. So yes, please be sure to tune in. And if you have any interest or just enjoy D&D and fantasy-esque things as well, be sure to tune in on Monday for Baldur's Gate, which is our 4-person campaign playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 with myself, Bronze, Gabby, and Angela.
We put the gay in gate.
Indeed. If you enjoyed our Nerdsmith Presents, also be sure to tune in next Thursday for the Copper Pyramid. It's going to be played in the fundamental system, and it is going to be super, super cool. It's got this sort of like Eldritch horror 1950s vibe to it, and that's going to be running for about 6 weeks, up until into December. So be sure to stay tuned for that. There might be some fun stuff that we're doing along with that as well. But it has been an honor to run for you guys. I'm super happy that we got to end on such a dramatic note. I live for the drama. But thank you guys so much again, and I hope everyone has a lovely evening. Good night, everyone.